It's hard, bro. Damar Hamlin.
Okay, buddy. Nah,
I'm
but
a
welcome
big Damar
back.
Hamlin guy.
I can tell. Welcome back to the Goated NFL show. Yeah, we're gonna be covering all the games since Thursday. It's been a while since we recorded.
Yeah,
Circumstances, real life shit happens. So,
yeah.
but we're back. So, yeah, man, let's start. I know this is gonna be a tough one for you, man.
What do
When it
you
comes to
mean,
your
bro?
agendas, when
My
it comes to your
agenda is
agendas,
alive and well. It's alive and
uh,
well.
I mean, not in this one though. Bears
I
Commanders.
disagree. I
Bears
disagree.
Commanders. 40-20. Justin Fields
Yeah,
builds
look.
off his all-time performance last week and comes out and puts up, I want to say, 4 touchdowns again this week. So, and I believe he leads the league in touchdown passes, if I'm not mistaken. Um, which is pretty crazy considering how bad this Bears season has gone so far. But over the last couple of weeks, Justin Fields is starting to look more and more like a franchise quarterback. And I mean, maybe what he was saying in the beginning, where he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'm not gonna let the coaches hold me back anymore. Like I'm just gonna be me." Maybe that's what it was, man. Because he's playing a lot more confident, he's a lot more accurate. And oh yeah, and DJ Moore, he's taken off. Like he's starting to connect in that offense. He's starting to look like, you know what I mean, a huge like
No, yeah,
piece that they traded
he
for in the
was
offseason.
he
Because
was
he was
amazing.
non-existent. He was non-existent the first couple of weeks.
No,
So
yeah.
like they're finally starting to get him involved. But yeah, man. What do you think about it? What do you think about this game
Oh
overall?
man. Well, I mean, since we're gonna start off, I thought the game was honestly it wasn't close in the beginning, but I thought there was like a period between the game, like when it was. Let me look at the score. Uh, I can't find it, but it was like a certain period when it was like a 10 point game, and I was like, oh, I think the Commanders they could come back, but they wouldn't go for it. Ron Rivera was coaching like a bitch, bro. Like like
Riverboat,
Riverboat
Riverboat.
Ron, like he got that nickname in Carolina because he would always go for it with Cam, do the
True.
QB sneaks, and I don't know. I just felt like he wasn't. I don't think he was coaching to win. Like I don't get what he was doing considering they were down the whole game. But yeah, I think. And then when it comes to Fields, yeah, Fields look. I mean, he looked really good, man. Like I feel like an underrated part of like the of his story right now is everyone was counting him out. Like he played like dog shit week 1. He played like dog shit week 2. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna play free versus the Chiefs. Play like dog shit versus the Chiefs, and then versus was it the Broncos? I mean, granted, it's one of the worst defenses in the league. He balled out, man. Like he had a perfect first half, and then I felt like he carried that momentum forward. He played really good versus the Commanders. Whether it was like short pass, like he looked confident. Like he missed a couple throws, but overall, like if if you're not in that Caleb Williams sweepstakes and I don't know. I mean, I don't think depending on like obviously it's only a 2 game sample size from this season, but depending on how he plays going forward, like maybe sticking with him isn't the worst idea if you could get an offensive coach or if he continues to develop. If if he shows flashes that he play like if he played like how he did at Ohio State, I don't think other than Caleb Williams, like there's a for sure thing you gotta like go out there and grab. Like if he, continues to improve. And he's already been in there in
Exactly.
this league, what, 3 years? So like it'll just be even more time he's growing. So I don't know, like if you're a Bears fan, you kind of cautiously optimistic just because like you can't erase all the bad you've seen, but you can also like erase all the good you've seen from this year, and not only this year, like from like his rookie year and his second year, like he showed flashes. So like the talent's there. It's just the coaching and putting it together and just playing free.
Exactly. And it's funny you bring up the Ron Rivera point. I think with him, I think what it comes down to, I think he probably felt a little bit more safe, like job security wise,
Mm.
in Carolina than what he does right now. Because another bad year, he could easily get fired. So I could see him not playing to lose, like when it comes to that. And also back then he had Cam Newton, who was like unstoppable from short
Yeah.
yardage. He doesn't got that anymore, so I
No,
think
yeah, he
those two
doesn't.
factors probably play uh, into it, like when it comes to him being not nearly as aggressive as he once was. But yeah, like you said, I think both these teams, like you said, with Fields, right? If he continues to play like this, I think the Bears wouldn't take a quarterback outside of Caleb Williams. Like if they got, like, let's say
Yeah.
they got, because right now they have the top 2 picks because
Yeah, they could get
they're,
Caleb and
yeah,
fucking Marvin Harrison, bro. That would be
exactly,
you get rid of Fields and you start over
exactly.
with that
Um,
if that's the case.
but let's say they got
I
the second.
honestly I
Let's
completely forgot the Panthers might be terrible and they might get Caleb regardless of
It's possible.
if Fields.
I don't know. I just have a hard time seeing them give up on Bryce Young after 1 year. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, we
No, no,
don't know
no,
how the rest of this season's gonna go. I mean,
no.
oh yeah. My bad.
Because I'm saying
They
because
got their pick.
even if Bryce Young is like I'm saying like even if the Bears win 6 games or whatever, the Panthers they don't look good.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Frank Reich at all. So like if they win 2 games and they get Caleb, they could trade Fields or they could. I don't think they will. I don't think they would keep Fields if they have the number 1 pick, but they could if they really wanted and Fields looked great. They could trade that number 1 pick and fucking get a haul, dude.
Oh yeah, they get a huge haul. Everyone's gonna be going for Caleb.
Yeah.
This is the year to be bad. Like that's all I could say. So we'll get into my team later. But I'm kind of
Oh
glad
yeah.
we're playing the way we're playing. But yeah, man, big win for the Bears. Gets them back on track, and most importantly, their quarterback's finally starting to live up to some of his potential that a lot of
Yeah,
people had
he's looked
in
good.
him when he came out. So yeah, hopefully he could build on it. But yeah, let's move on to Jaguars and the Bills. And I caught the end of this game. Obviously,
Yeah,
I
me
told you
too.
I wasn't getting up at 6:30 in the morning. To watch
No
this.
one is.
But yeah, I caught the end of this game, and it got a little crazy in the end. Jacksonville had control of this game pretty much almost the entire way through. They scored a touchdown. They were up. I want to say like 13 points. Then the Bills went down and scored in like 3 plays, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So then they were
Yeah.
down like 6 points or something like that, and then
It's like a touchdown, I think.
yeah, they were down like a touchdown, and then I want to say it wasn't ETN. I don't know which running back.
It was ETN, the one that scored the game winner.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was ETN. It was ETN.
basically, yeah. So yeah, Stephon Diggs on the sideline just throwing shit. Like it's like here's the thing with the Bills. It's like when they look good, they look really good. But when they look bad, it's like a disaster. It looks like their whole entire team's falling apart. It looks like
Yeah.
and this is just one of those games. And I think playing in Wembley in London definitely had it wasn't even Wembley. It was like
It had the
Hard
advantages
Stadium.
for the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think.
Jacksonville's used to playing there, so this is
And they were already there for the previous week too, so they were there 2 weeks. And the
They
Bills,
already
I don't think they got there till like 2 days before, which I think
something
is
like that.
really bad. Like it was
Yeah.
not smart.
Jacksonville had already adjusted to like the time and all that shit. Like they'd been there, so I think that gave them an advantage. But yeah, this is a big win for Jacksonville. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if
big
you saw
win.
that throw that Lawrence had
On 3rd down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That was a
something
good throw,
else.
man.
It's like you see the flashes with Lawrence. Like you just want him to kind of put it together. I feel like he hasn't put it all the way together yet. Because
I feel like his receivers kind of sold him in like some games too, like whether it be drops and stuff. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like he for sure shows his arm talent and like his accuracy. Like that was like when he threw it, I was like, I don't know why. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a completion. Like
it just felt
and then it was Micah Hyde in coverage. It's not even a corner, It's like he took advantage of the mismatch he saw. He threw it right away. Like he snapped it, saw what he wanted to throw, and it was a dot, man.
Got him, yeah. And yeah, because I saw like before the last couple of weeks, before Mac Jones decided to fall off a cliff.
Nah, that guy sucks, dude.
Him and Lawrence's numbers were like dead even.
Identical, yeah.
Like, literally identical. And I was like, bro, that's like kind of crazy because it's like, look how people look at Mac Jones and look how people look at Trevor.
Well, also because like the first year was so much worse for Trevor, and then Mac Jones had a really good rookie year, and then after that, I feel like it kind of balanced out last year, and then now it's going to lean towards Trevor going 100%. Forward.
But it's like you see a throw like that he makes at the end, and you're like, okay, that's what sets him apart. Like clearly, and Mac Jones is not making that throw. So
well, he has. I feel like he's set apart by like everything, dude. Like his height, his stature, his mobility, his arm, just everything. Respectfully,
no, it's the truth. But I'm saying in the past we've seen like there's guys who have all that and still put it together.
Yeah, they just suck. Like Justin Fields for the beginning of this year. He sucked.
Sam Darnold, same thing. Like he had all the physical
Yeah.
gifts coming out as well. So, because I saw like when Darnold came into the game, like when he took over for Purdy against the Cowboys, and it showed his career stats. It was like 51 touchdowns, 45 picks. I'm just like, yeah,
It's crazy, dude.
yeah, it's like so disappointing, based off all the talent that he has. But yeah, like I said before, big win for Jacksonville. They need to get back on track. I still think they're going to win their division, especially with injuries that have been suffered in their division as of recently. So, yeah. But let's move on. Let's move on to our game, man. Let's move on
Oh,
to
man.
biggest beatdown of the week. One of the most embarrassing performances I've ever seen from Patriots. For me, like let's see, I became a fan. I started watching the Patriots like 2000.
Bro started watching them when they went undefeated. You're gross.
No.
Just play.
No, since
You're
like
gross.
2003. I started liking the Patriots in 2003.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just playing. I'm trolling. Yeah, you are old. I forget that. You're very old.
But yeah, this is the worst loss I've ever seen as a Patriot fan. No doubt about it. And it's worse because it's coming off of what happened last week. Like, you would think losing 38-3, you'd want to come back and try to, I don't know, show some fucking heart, show some fight, show anything. They didn't do any of that. They quit. And it was early on they quit. You could see it. Like, they did not come out to play. And Mac Jones, listen, okay? I know the O-line sucks. I know the receivers suck. But especially beginning of the game, there were throws out there to be made. Like, first drive specifically, there were two wide open guys that he just straight missed. And I'm just like, dude, it's like you just have to play better. Like, we get it, like you're in a bad situation. But we've seen guys in bad situations play better like this than this. Like, look at CJ Stroud, got the worst O-line in the league. He's still finding a way to make
He's
it.
good. Yeah, he's good.
You're not doing it. You're right. So not everything's always going to be perfect for you as a quarterback. And that's what is the problem with Mac Jones. It seems like everything needs to be perfect in order for him to be successful. And that's just not the way the league works. So to me, Mac Jones is not a franchise quarterback. To me, he's not even a starting quarterback. I think he's a backup. I think he's a high-end backup. I think he's going to probably be in the league for a long time. But
probably like a Teddy Bridgewater. Something
like that. Like a Colt McCoy, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what his destiny is. I don't like the leadership qualities that come from him. There's always, I don't know. There's always shit about like his camp. Oh my god, his camp said this. It's like I feel like that's just you saying it, but it's you're passing off as your camp is saying it. So I don't know, man. Everything about this team is bad. From the top on down, and it starts with Bill Belichick, like I said before. And we argued about it, through text over the
You're a little emotional, so I was just letting you.
I was emotional, and I'm still emotional, but it's the truth. Everything I said is the truth. Okay, losing record
to a degree.
Losing record without Tom Brady. That's a fact. Okay, we've lost more home games in the last 4 years since Brady has left than our entire time in 20
Bro,
years.
the roster's not there.
Bro, there's been years where Brady did not have a good roster. 2006, 2013.
Yes, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Arguably the greatest ever.
I understand.
You're going to win.
He is the greatest ever, but you have to understand, man, like it's so bad. Like everything about it. Like they don't even look like an NFL team right now. That's my biggest issue with it. Like you should be able to at least win some games. Like
I mean, they won last year. I just think this year
8 games. They won 8 games, and they
they overachieved last year.
They didn't.
Yes, they did. That roster was not good, bro. That roster, that roster was not winning anything.
Look at the list of quarterbacks they beat, and tell me that they overachieved.
Yeah, they
they beat They
beat teams they should beat, but they lost to teams that were never going to beat.
They beat Zach Wilson twice. All they did was beat up on
Sam Ellinger,
Skylar fucking Thompson from the Dolphins.
Yeah,
that's all they beat. All they could beat is backups. Okay, they basically have to play a guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in order to win games at this point. Okay, and this goes back to the first year that Tom Brady left. Okay, so I mean, it is
But
what
we
it
all
is.
knew that was a rebuild year once Brady left.
I gave him a pass for that year. I didn't call for Belichick's job that year. I'm saying, bro, it's been 4 years. It's been
What the
4 years
fuck?
of this shit. Okay, and I'm sorry, he needs to go. Belichick needs to go.
This guy, man.
Listen, man, I'm saying, especially like start. This is when I really accepted the fact that Belichick needs to be gone. Okay, we're down 24-0 at the half. Okay, we come out, we get the ball first, we drive past the 50, get down to the 40-yard line. 4th and 3 on the Saints 40. We fucking punt. That's giving up. That's quitting. Like I'm sorry, it's not 4th and 20. It's 4th and 3. Like you're not gonna even attempt. Like what's punting gonna do there? Like you're down 4 scores. Like you have to at least try, and he's not doing it. He's just giving the fuck up, and I'm sick of just his nonchalant answers. It's like, bro, when you're winning,
Yeah.
that shit flies. It doesn't fly.
Yeah, when you're not winning, it doesn't fly. I agree
It
with
doesn't.
that.
Okay, so the way I look at it, they need to continue doing what they're doing. Okay, this is perfect for me. Okay, I want Caleb Williams as my quarterback. So keep Matt Jones in, and just to me, I would be in seller mode. I would trade Matt Judon. I would trade Kendrick.
I was about
Bourne.
to say, who the fuck are you guys trading? But you got defensive players for sure.
Yeah,
I was gonna
I
be
would
rude.
trade basically any player with any sort of age on this team. I'd get rid of and just run the young guys and bottom out. This is the year to do it. And listen,
Yeah.
we got the Raiders next week. If we lose, go to 1-5. Guess who we got after that?
No, it's not good. It's not
Bills,
good.
Dolphins.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's
They're gonna
1-7.
smoke.
That's 1-7. Okay, that's heading towards worst team in the league territory. That's where we need to be aiming. Okay, because the only way shit's gonna change is if they completely start over.
I got a question for you, because I kind of switched my tone on like firing Belichick, not because of what you said, just because of like how the Patriots have like been run. But I mean, in a degree, it's kind of because of Belichick. They move off players a year early. No, yeah, no, I'm saying like how they used to maneuver, like how they used to be ran. Like they moved off players a year early. They would like cut guys, like whatever. Even if they were good, they cut them. Like you know what I'm saying. And I'm thinking, okay, if they do that, if they let Tom Brady walk, the GOAT, they let him walk. Like what's to say they don't like let Belichick? Thank you for everything. You got to go. I kind of see like I'm kind of like I wouldn't be shocked if he's gone. Like if it's a mutual parting, whatever, he's getting fired.
I think that's what they'll spin it.
No. All right, but let's say Belichick's. All right, let's say they're like, all right, you know what? We're tanking. We're throwing this last year. Belichick is like agreeing to tank. Would you give him another year? Like you guys get Caleb and you guys try to rebuild. You'd get rid of him.
I'd get rid of him. I have
even if you got Caleb, you'd get rid of him.
Even if we got Caleb,
that's crazy,
I have
man.
No confidence that he's going to put Caleb in a position to win. I have no reason to believe he's going to do that.
Yeah,
he barely did it with Tom Brady, okay, and he certainly hasn't done it with Mac Jones.
He for sure hasn't.
Caleb is more talented than Mac Jones, but at the end of the day, young quarterbacks still need help. They need an O-line. They need receivers. And Belichick, outside of giving up a fucking 4th-round pick for Randy Moss, who nobody wanted at the time, okay? Outside of doing that, he's never made a big move at receiver, and he's never gonna do it. He's not gonna start now. So, to me, get rid of him. If I was the Patriots, I'd call up Lincoln Riley at USC, and I'd offer him. I'd give him a blank check.
He's never had a good defense, though. Like in the college, bro. Like
It's college. It's a whole different thing. I'm saying at the end of the day, the way the NFL is going, it's about having offensive-minded coaches, right? And I think he'd be a great option. I think Ben Johnson on the Lions would be a great option.
Yeah, that'd be a good option, I think, Ben Johnson.
Some Patriots fans are just like, oh, no, just keep Jerron Mayo. Let him be the coach. I don't want a Belichick guy.
No, yeah, you for sure got. If you get rid of Belichick, you got to start over. You can't keep one of his guys.
What I think they'll spin it as a mutual parting, right? And then we'll trade Belichick to some sucker ass team like Washington.
No one's trading for him, bro. After the Sean Payton shit, no one's gonna trade for him.
Someone will trade for Belichick.
No one's trading for him.
Okay.
I don't
We'll
think
disagree.
so.
We'll disagree. Someone will trade for him. He's still got 6 rings. Some team will give up something for him. Okay, he's under contract, and I think that some team would do it. But after that, I'm just afraid they're just going to, okay, Jerome is the guy. Even though he's a Belichick guy.
That would be the worst thing, honestly. You guys fucking bottom out and you guys keep one of his disciples. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Yeah,
what's the point? You might as well just start over from scratch and let the new coach bring in all of his assistants and all that shit, right? But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't like the way this team is ran at all. So, but yeah, we haven't even talked about the Saints. My bad.
I was going to say, yeah, let me give my spiel. Jesus Christ, bro. Sorry. You selfish. Nah, but
sorry.
Honestly, I'm not very moved by this win too much. Like, I'm happy to see the offense score, like, 2 touchdowns. But at the end of the day, you guys are like, respectfully, you guys are like a terrible roster. Like 100%. Top to bottom, it's awful. It was nice to see the defense dominate. Like, Tyrann Mathieu pick 6. That kind of like, I was kind of like, oh, okay, it's gonna be one of those games for them.
That was a stupid ass throw by back too.
Derek Carr, he looked okay. Like, he didn't do too much. He made some. He actually moved like pretty well in the pocket. He hit Michael Thomas for like some nice key first downs. He had some nice throws. Like, he wasn't asked to do too much though, because we were like in control the whole game. It's kind of funny. The Saints media basically bullied Pete Carmichael to like use motion in this offense, and like it worked. Like, granted, we only scored like 2 offensive. Was it 2 touchdowns? I don't know. That was like 3 touchdowns.
You had 34 points, so...
No, yeah, one of them was a pick 6, and then like we had like 3 touchdowns. Yeah. But it was good. Like, it was good to see Kamara. He looked good. Kendrick Miller looked good in the pass game as a rookie. He had a pretty big catch, and I'm a little optimistic, but like at the end of the day, respectfully, it's the Patriots, and you just don't fear that team anymore. Like, you used to fear like, oh, that's a Belichick defense. Belichick used to feast on mid to below mid quarterbacks. Now he only feasts on like rookie backups, So like, you're right, like you said, you're right. When it comes to Belichick not having like his fastball, I still think he's a good coach. I think he's a bad GM. But regardless, it's nice to see the Saints, put together some offense. But at the end of the day, I feel like next week's a bigger test at Houston, because they're not world beaters at anything. But C.J. Stroud's looked good. He hasn't turned the ball over. His O-line, even when it was mixed up, like, with a bunch of backups, his O-line, keeps him clean, keeps him steady. Their defense has been stingy. It's been a good defense. So I think next week will be a better test, which is kind of crazy to say, but I'm happy with the win, because at the end of the day, hard to get wins in the league, but I'm not too moved here, one side or the other. But yeah.
Yeah, with all due respect to your team, like, you shouldn't feel anything come out of this game.
I don't.
The worst team in the league by far.
One of the worst teams, yeah, for sure.
But hey, sometimes you need games like this to get your confidence back.
And then you need to beat up on the bad teams too, which is a good sign that we did beat up on you guys.
For all we know, this could maybe propel the Saints into start, playing better on offense. Maybe they needed a game like this to wake them up. So. Good win for your team. Your team, in my opinion, I think you're going to make the playoffs. I think Carr will do just enough in order to do so. You get Kamara back. Kamara kills us every time we face him. Like,
he's him. The legend.
He's great. He's a great player. But yeah, man, good win for your team. Awful win, awful loss for the Patriots. But yeah, that's what this season's going to be, man.
Man.
It is what it is. It's new for me, but hey, this is reality now.
Yeah, you've been spoiled your whole life, bro, watching the Patriots. It's about time you guys stink.
Yeah. This is the year to stink, like I said. Like,
get Caleb, man.
Or Drake May, like one of those guys. Like, I'd love to be the next quarterback for the Patriots. So,
See what
happens. Hopefully we can keep it going. But, man, let's move on to the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts.
All right. You start off with this one.
You want me to start? Okay. So, Gardner came in off of filling in for Anthony Richardson again. Gardner did his.
Quick question. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but
okay, go ahead.
Are you concerned, bro? Like, I think he hasn't finished a single start. Like,
I don't think he has. Seriously, I don't
Yeah,
think he has.
I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that he's gotten hurt every single game. Like whether it was minor, but this one seemed like not major, but like it was his shoulder, and he's
Yeah,
probably gonna miss some time. But like, I mean, yeah, like he's a big guy. He's like when you do the measurements, he's like up there with Cam in terms of like his freak athleticism.
yep.
But even then, he keeps getting hurt. Like I don't know, I'm kind of concerned. Like it's kind of alarming. Like he only played like 1 year in college, so I don't think this was like a known. But now like 4 games in, and he's been hurt every time, man. Like I don't know, this is kind of concerning to me.
Yeah, so I'm a Gators fan as well, a Florida Gators fan. So I
This guy,
watched.
you sicking me.
No, well, it's not like the Gators are good. The Gators
No,
been
yeah,
ass for a long time.
yeah.
But yeah, so I watched a good amount of Richardson last year in like the last 2 years, like because he was kind of like he was like the backup a couple years back.
Yeah.
Finally,
And
got
he only
full-time
started
starter.
1 year.
Yeah, so he's always kind of been this reckless, like running the ball and doing shit like that, extending plays. The thing is, he's facing NFL competition now, so that changes everything. These guys hit harder, they're faster, and he's not doing a good job of protecting himself. Plain and simple. First couple times he got hurt, he got concussed both times. Okay,
Yeah.
and now this time it's an AC joint, which they said is going to keep him out at least 4 weeks. So
Yeah. Not good.
fucking sucks. Like you said, he's a 1 year starter. He needs these reps. Like he needs these reps in order to get better.
And he's shown flashes,
He's
which
looked good. He's
Yeah.
looked good. Every time he's
But
been in there,
yeah.
he's made plays. But yeah, it is a little bit concerning. You know what I mean? Because as
it's kind of very
quarterback, man,
concerning, honestly.
yeah. You just got to get down, man. You got to slide.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys who come in, they don't even know how to slide. And I think he's one of those guys.
Which
Like,
is fucking crazy, bro. Like athletes can't slide. Like, bro, I could slide. I played fucking soccer when I was this crazy. But
yeah, some guys just don't learn it because, like,
Yeah.
he's such like a specimen. He's like, I could just run through people, or I'm
Yeah.
so fast I can run around people. But in the NFL, you just can't do that, man.
yeah,
So,
unless you're like Josh Allen.
but even then, I feel like it could catch up to him too.
No, it's gonna catch
You know
up
what I
to
mean?
him if he doesn't
Like-
stop.
like
Like,
the GM,
eventually,
I
it's
forget-
gonna get you. It's gonna
Yeah,
get
the
you.
GM for the Bills literally like came out. I think it was like before last season started. He's like, yeah, we want Josh to stop running, like straight.
No,
up.
yeah.
We just want him to,
Like
because it's
in the
gonna-
moment it works, but like eventually
Yes.
it could catch up to
Eventually
you.
it's gonna
Like
catch
like
up.
Cam, he
Eventually-
fell off a cliff, bro, because of
Exactly.
injuries.
We saw it with Cam. Like,
Yeah.
he's a prime example. Perfect comparison
Body.
when it comes to
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, right?
Body
No matter
type,
how big and strong
build,
you are.
strong, yeah.
I'm saying if you get slammed to the turf by a guy who's like 275, like you're getting
Nah,
hurt.
you're
Like,
cooked. You're cooked.
and that's exactly
you're
what
cooked.
happened. So yeah, man. Gardner
It sucks,
to me
man.
is
It
the best.
sucks.
Is the best backup in the league. So
He's a good player. He's honestly a
Gardner's
good quarterback.
Good.
He's a good quarterback.
So yeah, I think he'll be able to hold it down for them in this next
Yeah.
month. But if you're a Colts fan, it does suck that he has not been able to finish one start. That's very concerning. But yeah, man, the Colts, they're solid. Like nothing to say.
They're a
man.
good
Like,
team, bro.
They don't
Not
have
a good team. They're a well
They're
coached
solid.
team. Their coach is
they're
good.
solid. They're
They're
well
solid.
coached. They have
Yeah.
solid players across the board. They don't really have any stars on this team.
No, yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
outside of like Shaq,
Jonathan
Leonard or
Taylor.
something like that.
Yeah.
JT. So
And Zach Moss he's emerged, man. He's
Bro,
looked
Zach
looked
Moss. He needed to get out of Buffalo, I guess, man, because he's looking.
bro. He was in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's where he got drafted. They
Jesus
cut him.
Christ,
They
bro.
cut
It's
him,
crazy
bro.
because the Colts still. I mean, the Colts. The Bills still don't have a run game, which we didn't really touch on. We didn't really touch much on the Bills, honestly. We kind of just talked about Trevor, but yeah, like that's crazy to say he's from Buffalo and he's over here thriving with Indy. That's crazy,
Yeah, I guess he just found the right situation, But
honestly. I feel like that's what a lot of running backs, man. Like you get put in like shitty situations, bad O lines, or
Yep.
you don't look good, and then you could go anywhere else, and with a good offensive coach, offensive mind, you could flourish. But
100%. That's what we're seeing.
I
right
kind of
now.
just cut you off. My bad.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like on the Titans side of it, yeah, man. I mean, they're just not that good. Like
They're just
Ryan
fucking mid.
Tannehill-
They're
Ryan
so mid.
Tannehill, it's like he can only do so much with what he's got. He doesn't got a lot.
Hopkins looked
when
good.
it comes
He
to
looked
his-
good. Hopkins
Okay,
had a
I'll
good
give,
game.
I'll give it to you with Hopkins, but their
Yeah, he had a
O-line
good
is
game.
still very shaky. Their defense isn't very
Henry
good.
didn't look good again. I feel like
Yeah,
that
bro.
Bengals shit was kind of a fluke, bro.
It wasn't. They're just focusing on him, and they don't have anybody in the passing game. I mean, I guess Hopkins, but when they
Burks.
used to have AJ Brown, like that opened up everything for them. Like
I can't believe they just let him go, man. It's fucking
they just got rid of
crazy.
him. They're just like, yeah, we don't want to pay you.
Some teams are just not well ran, but
Yeah, made
nah.
no sense.
I think the Colts are like they're a good, they have a good coach. They have an okay roster. They're winning games against inferior rosters. So I think the Colts are like a solid team right now. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. I still think it's probably the Jags, and if not Jags, Houston. You're still kind of like C.J. Stroud. He looked good. You're still it's like I feel like it's a fight for second place right now in that division.
We'll see, because yeah, Jacksonville looked good this week, but they really haven't looked good
Yeah,
any other
I
week
think, and I
outside of
also
the
think
Lions.
underrated is like they had the 2 weeks in London, and Buffalo didn't manage the time situation well, like going only a couple days before the game.
Yeah,
So
that's
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 not an excuse. That's just smart by Jacksonville staying there. They decided to have their
yeah.
two games together, and but yeah, like they came to play. So respect to Jacksonville, but I still got to see like with them. They could beat Buffalo, but then they could lose whoever they play next week. So it's just like
Exactly.
that division
That's what
is
I'm
so
saying.
like kind of unpredictable still.
It's hard to take a lot. That's why I didn't really talk about the Bills, because I kind of feel like they lost because of that reason. To me, this loss doesn't really
I
say
think I
everything
think they
about them.
kind of lost too because they lost Matt Milano. They were losing some players, man.
Yes, that
They
we need to talk
I feel
about
like we
that
should
too.
kind of touch up on that.
Yeah,
They lost.
Tre'Davious White last week to an Achilles. Matt
Yeah,
Milano, I don't think they confirmed what it is, but it seemed like it was a serious knee injury.
yeah.
That's two of their best
He's done for the
players.
year most likely
Yeah, so to lose two of their best players just back to back
on
like that
defense too.
sucks.
Yeah,
Because we saw they lost Vaughn last year, and we saw how much that affected their pass rush. They're going to be
I don't
getting
even
him
think he
back.
played much. Did he?
Yeah, I think he
I
was
don't think he
limited
did.
snaps. I think he was
Yeah.
limited snaps, but
I think this week he should probably get like some more reps, especially going
oh,
back home. We'll see.
they're going to need him. They're going to need him bad
Oh yeah,
because
now
yeah,
yeah, with the injury, yeah.
yeah. So, but
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of want to get into this next game though. Like I don't know, Colts first time's kind of mid.
yeah. Let's do it. Ravens and Steelers.
This fucking game, dude. Okay, I'll start off. How many times are we gonna doubt the Steelers and they're just gonna win games they shouldn't win? It's like ridiculous at this point, and we know the Steelers aren't a good offense, but they still find these ways to win. Um, I don't know. We both picked the Ravens, but I mean, I'm not shocked.
Me
I
either.
am shocked.
I'm not
I'm
shocked.
lying. I'm lying.
I'm not.
I'm shocked because the Ravens should have dominated this game, bro. They sold Lamar. The receivers sold him so
100%.
bad, bro. There's like a
100%.
2 minute video on Twitter of his
Yeah,
receivers dropping
I
balls.
watched it.
I counted
I
up
watched.
roughly 150 yards worth of drop passes. That's roughly
Yeah,
just from where he threw it to where it would have went. 150 yards, bro. That's fucking crazy. And the sad part is, this is probably talent wise his best receiving core. But I mean, Odell, he unfortunately he's not what he was.
he's
Uh,
not. But I still think
Bateman,
he's solid. But
Bateman is not. He hasn't lived up to what his draft status. Zay Flowers is good, but he's a rookie. He had a couple drops. Mark Andrews, you expect more because he's one of the better tight ends in the
he
league.
had 3 drops. I was
Yeah,
like, what's
man.
going on today?
They were not doing Lamar any favors. And then when you leave a team like Pittsburgh in the game for so long, their star player T.J. Watt, he's going to show out.
Yeah,
Like their defense is going to show out. Like if you leave a bad team in a game for so long, you're at risk of losing just because you let them stick around. They're like, oh, we could beat them, and I think that's what happened, man.
that's exactly what happened. Like you said, Lamar. Like I thought Lamar was great.
Yeah,
Like
he looked
hitting,
good,
he
man.
was hitting guys, man.
Yeah,
Especially like, listen, it's their fault for signing Nelson Aguilar in the first place, but that up the right sideline, a dot by Lamar, just right through his
dropped
hands.
it
I'm just like,
right
bro,
into his hands, man.
I'm sorry, you're getting cut after that. I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah,
But yeah, when it comes to Zay Flowers, when it comes to Rashad, I think they played well this year. They both just decided to have the worst games of their career. And hey, man, Pittsburgh just kind of has their number. Lamar is never,
I was gonna say
Lamar
he's like
has
1-4
beaten,
against them or
yeah,
something. Yeah,
he's never beaten.
it's
He never
crazy.
beat Big Ben when Big Ben was on the Steelers.
And he was
And
fucking cooked at certain points too.
yeah, the only guy he ever beat was Mason Rudolph / Duck Hodges. Like that's it for the
That's
Steelers.
crazy.
So, for whatever reason, the Steelers find a way to win these games, and Lamar.
These games are always tough though. Like we
That
know
pick at
that
the end
though.
was bad.
Yeah.
That was probably the only bad throw, but that cost him the game. That allowed Steelers to go, get the ball back, and then George Pickens, man, I'm telling you, this guy's special. Okay,
He's good.
like
He's good.
not trying to disrespect Chris Olave, like you always bring him up, like I'm talking
Olave's
about
better,
him.
bro.
But
Olave's better.
George Pickens is special, man, and like that last play proved it. So
He's a
yeah,
good receiver, man.
Pittsburgh did just enough to win this game. They got a block punt.
Yeah, was it for a safety or something like that?
Yeah, for a safety. They kind of remind me of like Brady's last year on the Patriots, where they couldn't score shit on offense, but the defense would get like 2 pick sixes every week.
Yeah.
Like that's what it kind of reminds me of. Like
it's crazy because
a very talented team, but the offense is just so bad that
Najee is not a good running back at this point. He's so not good. Man. He's slow. The other running back, what's his name?
Jalen Warren.
Yeah, he's a much better running back at this point.
Just way quicker.
Kenny Pickett, I don't think he's good. I don't think he's bad. I think he could be good in a better situation, but Matt Canada, he's fucking terrible, dude. Like
and a clown, by the way.
Yeah, he was mad. He was mad about the audible. Like, bro, come on, dude.
You see his face after they scored the touchdown? That was embarrassing.
Yeah, like, dude, they need to fire him, bro.
How the fuck are you not happy? Like, first of all, this is the guy that you recruited, right? To pick Kenny Pickett. You should be happy for him. But you're pissed that he changed the play? He changed it to a play that
to win the game?
Exactly. Like, how fucking selfish is that, right? He
needs to go, for sure.
This motherfucker needs to go back to college. Like, you're not an NFL play caller, okay?
Nah, he sucks, bro. He sucks.
All right.
I think Kenny Pickett could be like a Jimmy. Better. I think he's better than Jimmy G.
I think he could be like a Matt Ryan. I think he could be like that.
Maybe a little. Matt Ryan had some really good years, though. Respect to Matt Ryan. I hate him because he's a Falcon, but Kenny Pickett, I think he could be like, if he was in the Dolphins offense, I think he'd be good. Not as good as Tua, but he'd be good. He's a good.
Everyone would be better in that system.
No, yeah, for sure. But that's like, I kind of being a hypocrite because I say I hate when you put players in others. But like, I'm just saying, like, he has talent. He's not just some scrub. Yeah. But yeah, man, the Steelers just win these games that they have no business winning just because, I mean, they're good. They're a good defense, and they stick in games. And these division games are always close, man. Like, they're always dogfights like this.
This is like the problem that a bunch of teams, when they face the Steelers, run into. Like, when they know you have to pass, that's when it's over. Because
TJ Watt,
Alex
Smith, he's good. He's good.
These guys just they go after.
They get after it.
We know you're passing, and like there's nothing you can do. And like no team's got a good right tackle in the league. It seems like, and TJ Watt is feasting every week on these motherfuckers. Like I
feel like the tackle play has been really bad. Like as of the past couple of years, I just think the defensive line play is like so much better than the offensive line play, and I don't know what it is, but it's just really bad.
Outside of the Niners, where Brock Purdy's got like a perfect pocket, like every single snap.
Yeah, but even then, like there was question marks going into that, like that O line, because it's Trent Williams, and then you just scheme it up. But I think it has to do with coaching and talent.
100%. It matters.
But like when you have a coach like Shanahan, like he's gonna get you
find a way to
in good position. He's gonna get you in good position. Yeah. Like and Sean McVay too with the Rams O line too. Like they've done good jobs hiding their flaws. But yeah, man, that game was crazy, man. When it was that close, I was like, Ravens are probably gonna find a way to lose this, aren't they?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, they're gonna lose this shit, aren't they?
Yeah.
I didn't even see the play because they were in the red zone, and I was thinking, okay, it's a wrap because they were up like I think like 9 points at that point. I was like,
they were up.
All they need is a field goal to really seal this game. When Lamar goes on pick where he was aiming for Odell. So yeah, that
was a bad pass. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, big win for the Steelers. I think, like I said before, they're going to be in a bunch of games like this. It's going to be a lot of these dog fights, and they just need their players to step up at the end of the game. But so far throughout the season, every single game it seems like they have. So yeah, man, they just got to keep it going. But let's move on to the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, this game was kind of whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't very interesting.
It was a blowout. All I could take away from it really is Matt Ryan. My goodness, I'm thinking of Matt Ryan because of Jared Goff. Like how they kind of similar. Jared Goff looked good. that rookie tight end Laporta. What's his name? Sam, I think Sam
Yeah, Sam
Laporta.
Laporta. Yep.
He looked really good. Aiden Hutchinson's a beast. Bryce
Right.
Young's struggling, man, and they just don't have any like offensive weapons like that you trust. Thielen gets the yards, but like I feel like they're like empty calories, like they're
Yeah,
just
they were
kind of
down.
like garbage
They were
time
down the whole
yards.
game. Yeah.
But nah, yeah, the Lions they're beating up on teams they need to beat up on, and that's all you could ask for, man. Like that's what good teams do. They beat up on the bad teams, and I think the Lions are a good team.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, man, this is one of the best offenses in the league. They had like one of these plays, like
Gibbs and
Montgomery.
Amon Ross St. Brown were out too.
Yeah, and David Montgomery had over 100 yards.
Yeah, they
Sam
get it done,
Laporta,
man.
Sam Laporta had 2 catches for 2 touchdowns.
I'm
Yeah,
over
man,
hyping him up. He only had 2 catches, but they're impressive.
they're
Like
both touchdowns. Yeah.
touchdowns, man, touchdown. That's that's what
Yeah,
you get paid to do.
what they've done and what Ben Johnson has done with his offense is something special. It is. It's hard to stop every week. Like the Chiefs did a good job the first week, but outside of that, this team's scoring high 20s to 30s every single
Yeah,
week. So, yeah, man, the Lions, they look like by far the favorites in the NFC North right now. Yeah, man, they seem like a guaranteed playoff team at this point.
for
Bryce Young,
sure.
I kind of feel bad for. It's just like I'm not trying to be messed up, but he just looks so small out there sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
It's
He
just like, dude, I'm just like, you just feel like he has no shot. His old line is so bad, and yeah, not many weapons to worry about. And I don't know if you saw the thing with Frank Reich where he was talking about like how the owner basically like controls everything, like when it comes to the
I
Panthers.
saw a clip, but I didn't watch it. I'm like, I have no interest in watching Frank Wright,
It was like
respectfully.
it was like you kind of felt bad for him talking because it seems like he can't even coach the way he wants. Like the owner's always like
Yeah,
sticking his fingers into everything, and I think that's what happened during the draft too. Because when they first traded up for the first pick, everyone's like, "Oh, this is C.J. Stroud, C.J. Stroud."
or Anthony
And
Richardson was getting some
yeah,
talk too. Yeah,
and then a week before the draft, it was like, "Nope, Bryce Young, Bryce Young." It's always been. It's like
it's
I don't know
crazy,
about
man.
that. That kind of seemed fishy. I think the owner might have stepped in and made him take Bryce Young, even though they wanted C.J.
Yeah,
Stroud.
I don't
So
like when owners like if you're gonna hire a coach and he's gonna be your offensive coach, let him pick his guys, man. Like, and if he fails, then you fire him. But like, you gotta let him go out there with the way
yeah,
he wants to run a team. And I still don't think he's a good coach. But I mean, if that's true, like he's being influenced by the like upper management. I mean that sucks for him. But
I don't know. I think Reich is a good coach because
I don't know,
I
man.
think
He's
he
0
had.
5 right now, bro. Like,
I
he's,
understand. I understand what you're saying, but in Indy, he literally had like a different quarterback every single year and had like a
yeah,
top
that's
ten
true.
offense. Had like a top
That's
10
true.
offense almost every year, which is pretty impressive, considering. So, I think he's a good coach. I'm not saying he's great or anything, but
No, yeah, I get what you're
I
saying.
think he's good, but I think he's
You have more
really
faith
got
in him than I
spotlight.
do, basically.
I feel you. Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah, the Panthers are the worst team
They're
in
a
the league
bad team. I can't
outside of the
believe some people
Patriots.
were hyping this team up, bro,
It was
in
just,
the
I think it
offseason.
was mostly weak division. Maybe anybody could win this. Like if Bryce Young comes out and he's a star right away, maybe
I think it's a three-team race, and I think they're finishing last, though.
it looks like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Saints, I
Bryce
think,
Young,
have the best roster. Uh,
they do.
Bucks right behind. I think the Falcons have a good roster, but I think they have the best coach out of like the three. Um,
Arthur Smith, yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't trust Dennis Allen, but we have a good team. Like I'm not gonna lie, we have good players.
You got a lot of talent on that team.
Yeah,
That's what I think it's going to come down to at the end. Like when it
yeah.
comes to the
I think it's
Saints.
gonna come down to health and just
Yeah,
coaching. Honestly, so we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, we
All right,
will.
well, let's get on to this next game, man. My
Houston
Texans, man.
Texans. Yeah, Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, man, this one came down to the wire. The Falcons. You got. Hey, listen, I know you're not a Desmond Ritter guy, but you got to give him
He
credit on
sucks,
that
man.
last
He
drive.
sucks. He sucks.
I'm saying, give him credit on that last drive. He drove him
uh,
down the field goal range. He made big throws. I'm like, Baker.
he's alright. You gotta give C.J. Stroud credit. He let him down there. They were winning when he left the field, man. Respect C.J. Stroud.
No, 100%. Like, I'm
No,
not
yeah,
saying
no.
Ritter's better than Stroud,
I
but
thought C.J. Stroud looked good again. He didn't look great. Like he looked good.
yeah,
The offense struggled, but like when they needed it most, he let him down there. They scored a touchdown. He did what he could, and then I mean the Falcons all they needed was a field goal. So like nah, Desmond Ritter he drove him downfield. I think they have a better team on paper. I mean C.J. Stroud fucking cleared Desmond Ritter though.
obviously.
But overall, I mean it's a good win for the Falcons. I thought I had the Texans winning. I don't really have much to add. I mean
Yeah,
he
not much to
he
add.
made plays when he needed to.
I'm glad that they got Kyle Pitts involved.
Yeah,
Finally,
he finally had a good game.
7 yards. So, and they got London involved on that last drive. I want to say he had like 3 straight catches that got him in the field goal range. So, yeah, thank you. Get your guys fucking involved.
Yeah,
that's
what they should be doing.
Bijan's gonna do his thing, but
yeah, he had a crazy touchdown, bro. That touchdown was fucking crazy, dude.
Insane,
oh my god,
bro. He is insane. Him and CMC to me are the 2 best in the league. Like,
he reminds me a lot of Elvin Kamara. No, I'm just playing. I'm trolling.
Kamara's stronger. Kamara's stronger, like in terms of breaking tackles.
Kamara's balance is nuts, but no, I'm trolling.
But
Kamara hasn't shown what he used to be.
Bijan's a better pure runner than Kamara.
Oh yeah, Kamara's not even like a fast. He's not even that fast, honestly.
Yeah, but he's lucky to have the guys he has in this offense. He's just got to get him the ball. That's really what it comes out to for Ritter. So
all Desmond Ritter has to do is not be fucking dog shit, and they'll be a good team.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, man. Let's move on to the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins.
This is like, I don't know. Tua didn't look good. He didn't look bad either. But
this was
he had
Tua's
pick
worst
6.
game of the year.
He had a pick, and they fucking still beat him by 2 touchdowns. So like 2 touchdowns, 15 points. But bro, I was wrong, bro. Giants are terrible. Like I said, I didn't think they were gonna be a great team. I thought they'd be like a solid 7-8 win team. They're dog shit, dude. They're terrible. Miami put up like a C effort, and they still won very easily. A-Chain looked great again. Unfortunately, he's hurt. He's probably gonna miss some time. Bro, it's crazy. They did what the Raiders used to want to do. They got like a bunch of speed players, except they're good at football. Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, A-Chain, Mostert, they're good at football.
No joke.
This is what the Raiders used to want to do with was it L. Davis? Like, build like a fast team.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nah, man. The Dolphins, hey, they beat on the bad teams, bro. That's what you got to do. They're a good team. People might have overreacted to the Bills game, but I mean, you want to see them beat a better team. But like what I'm saying, like you want to see them beat a team up in their class. That I feel like they always lose, but it's a good bounce back. Tua didn't even look great, and they still won very easily. You got to be happy if you're a Dolphins fan, man.
100%. I think, yeah. I think when they face the best teams, like when it comes to like the Chiefs or the Bills, maybe even the Bengals, with Joe Burrow back,
baby.
I think they're going to struggle. I really do. But I think this defense is very exploitable. So yeah, it's going to come down to their offense putting up.
I think it's going to come down to shootout. You gotta win a shootout. I don't think their defense is stopping anyone.
I think it's tough to win championships like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If your defense can't really get stops like that, that's what kind of worries me. But nonetheless, to me, they're still one of the best, probably top 7, top 6 teams in the league right now.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like top 4 in the AFC, probably top 5, but in the NFL, probably 7, 8. Yeah.
Not much to say about it. They were the better team. They should have won this game. Tua had his worst performance, and they still dominated.
And they won comfortably.
The Giants. This is kind of what I didn't expect them to be this bad.
Yeah.
But
now that I think about it, they really fucking overachieved last year, bro. Like really overachieved bad because they beat the Packers, they beat the Giants. Not the Giants. They beat the Ravens. I'm saying. They beat a bunch of teams they had no business beating.
I just think we saw it, and we're seeing it with the Vikings as well. When you win a bunch of these one-score games, eventually that shit's gonna.
The luck's gonna flip.
You can't continue to live like that, and we're seeing it, They're not letting Daniel Jones scramble out of the pocket like he was last year. They're forcing him to stay in the pocket and throw to nobody. He literally has nobody to throw to. So, Evan Neal is the worst tackle maybe I've
Yeah,
ever
he's
seen in
not
my life.
not
He's
good, not
awful.
ideal. Still no
So
Saquon. He's hurt again.
yeah,
It's
he's hurt.
unfortunate, but he
It
gets
is
hurt
what
a
it is.
lot. Like last year was like one of the rare instances where he played like a pretty much
Yeah,
healthy season. So like
everyone knows how great Saquon is, but man, you got to stay on the field.
no, yeah,
So
that's the thing
it
with a
is
lot
what
of
it
great
is.
players. Like, oh yeah, they're great when healthy, and then when you got to say when healthy, it's like okay, like they're usually never healthy.
Yeah, I mean this was the question about CMC just a couple years back,
Yeah,
right?
I think, and he's just put in a great situation. I still like the workload for CMC is still kind of like concerning, I guess, but
A little bit, yeah.
um, no, when you're put in a good situation, usually like because the Niners have had bad luck with injuries for so long, like eventually they you would think they'd get like luck on their side with healthy players,
Right.
and so far they've been healthy, so like that's good to see.
But
But yeah,
yeah, man, not much to add. The the Giants are not going to get any easier for them. They got the Bills next week,
oh yeah, they're
so
gonna get smoked.
good luck to them.
The Pills might drop 50 on them.
Yeah. So but yeah, man, let's move on. Let's move on to I know this is probably your favorite game of the week.
I know.
Joe
I don't know
Burrow,
why I picked
man.
against my guy, man. I keep doing it, but hey, I got to do
Joe
it so
Burrow
they can
looks
win,
like
I
he's
guess.
back, man.
He
He
looked
looked like
good. He
old
looked
Joe
good.
Burrow. Jamar Chase, I think he had
Jamar's, he's him, man.
185 and
He
three
like
touchdowns.
189 or something for like
Yeah,
15 catches or something. He was
he's
unreal. Three
ridiculous.
touchdowns, yeah.
So maybe they needed this game against the Cardinals to get back. The first couple
Yeah,
of weeks, it didn't look like they could score on anybody, but hey, man, Joe Burrow looked really good today, and he
yeah.
looked healthy. He was moving around a lot
Sunday,
better.
Sunday.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah,
Jamar had
Sunday.
15 for 192 and three tutties. Yeah,
Even
he's him.
better, even better on
Yeah, he's
those.
him.
So
He's him for sure.
yeah, but yeah, man. Like, what do you think? What do you think this means about the Bengals moving forward? Like, do you think
Uh,
Burrow is good
I
now, or are you still like a
I
little
don't
bit
want to
worried?
overreact too much because it is the Cardinals. But then again, Cardinals have been very competitive in every game so far, really, for the most part. Even the Niners, the score wasn't indicative
True.
of how close it was. They beat the Cowboys. They were in the Washington game. They were who else did they play? I'm missing a team, but
I
I don't know.
forget, but they've been
Yeah,
competitive.
but yeah, they've
They
been
seem really good.
competitive. So, like, people were picking the Cardinals to upset him. I picked them because I just wasn't, I didn't have faith in Burrow, like his health. But he looked good out there, man. Like, overall, I don't think he's the Joe Burrow of last year, but I think he's ramping up, man. He was moving better. He's still like, he's still like, looks like he's a little hesitant to move up in the pocket, but he had a scramble. He let it rip, man. He had a beautiful pass to Jamar. It was like 55 yards in the air. Um, the defense. I felt like once the defense got that pick six, it kind of was like the turning point of the game, and it was like, okay, the Bengals are. This is a turning point in their season. Like last year versus my Saints, that was a turning point in their season. This year, you hope beating on the Cardinals, turning point of the season for them. They got Seattle next week, but you're happy to see this team's going to go as far as Joe Burrow is going to take them. So it's good to see Burrow have a good game. 317 yards, three touchdowns. He had a pick, but overall, he looked good, man. Got to be happy with the performance from Joe Burrow and Jamar. Without T. Higgins, might I add.
Yeah, I didn't even know that T Higgins was hurt. I feel like I haven't seen him like all
No,
year really,
he's been bad, and then
but
he had like broken ribs or something last week at Tennessee. But
I feel like regardless, it's going to be T's last year with the Bengals because
probably,
I just
unfortunately,
don't think that they're going to pay him.
yeah,
But yeah, man. Once they get him back and then they add him to build off this performance, hopefully,
you build off his
right back
performance
to where you were
three and
last year.
three. The division's
Exactly.
real close. That's when you have the gauntlet though. You got the Niners, you got the Bills, you got the Chiefs, you got the big games. So
Yeah,
he has to get healthy. He has to get healthy going into the bye, and yeah,
yeah, I agree. But yeah, man. Big bounce back for the Bengals.
yeah, good win for the offense, and just overall like encouraging to see Burrow look more like his old self.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, like building confidence. Sometimes you need to
Yeah,
play
a bad
a game
team
like
too.
this, a bad team,
Yeah,
to build that confidence and get back to where you hope to be. So
I honestly don't even think I think just their
they
talent
won.
is
Yeah,
their weak
they
talent.
won
Yeah,
one
their
game.
talent's weak.
They still have only won one game.
No,
So
yeah,
it's
but
like
I'm saying they play hard though, so it's not like
they
they're
do play hard, but I
yeah they
still
play
think that
hard.
they're bad, but
Yeah,
they're
I get what
maybe
you're
like
saying.
yeah the best of the bad, I guess. If you want
Yeah,
to say that, but
like opposed to the Patriots who just lay down and take it.
yeah, straight up just all competitive. Yeah.
No,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, let's move on to what I thought was going to be the game of the week. It was solid, I guess. It wasn't
Honestly,
really high
I was
level.
this is when I had I was feeling sick with the food poisoning, so I didn't really watch too much of the ending of the Ravs Eagles game, but like Cardinals too. But no, yeah, this was a fun game, man. From what I remember watching, I think this was probably Jalen Hurts' best performance, throwing the ball.
He looked
AJ
great.
Brown looked really good. He didn't even get fucking Smith involved too much, Devontae Smith,
Didn't
and
need
they
to.
still, yeah,
Yeah,
I still feel like they haven't played their best game, and they're still winning against
yeah,
pretty solid teams. So
exactly.
they're not
That's
peaking
what
too early.
that's what should be scary for the rest of the
Yeah,
NFC. When it comes to the Eagles,
yeah.
Jalen Carter dominated this game again. I want to say he has 4 or 5 sacks so far. He's
Damn,
unreal.
5 as a fucking rookie? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he leads the league in rookies for sacks so far.
And he's like a D tackle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
insane.
nuts. That's
He's
nuts.
like Aaron Donald, bro. Like that's seriously what it reminds me of. But yeah, AJ Brown went off again. I think he's got 150 back-to-back weeks, so he's starting to ramp up. Jalen
Cooper
throwing the
Kupp.
ball.
Hey,
Yeah,
gotta talk about
Cooper
him.
Kupp is back, bro. Like he never even lost a step.
He had 5 catches on the drive, bro. It's
They
fucking
could okay.
crazy.
That's one thing I'll say about the Eagles that I'm a little bit worried about. Their secondary could be had.
No, yeah, they're
Just a
not
little
good.
bit.
Yeah, their
Like,
secondary's not good right now.
Like they're kind of getting a little.
They're
bit,
getting
you know?
felt on, bro. Respectfully.
But I kind of feel bad for Puka because he's going back. He's kind of
Yeah, but it's Cooper Kupp, man. You got to
Yeah,
give him his targets, man.
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper
I
Kupp
think,
just moves different, bro. He's like Puka, but better. Like he does anything Puka
Yeah.
does, he does it way better. And Puka's
So, yeah,
been fantastic.
exactly. It's a good problem to have if you're the Rams. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
'Cause
it's
they
good
kinda-
to have
They kind of
1-2
play the same
punch.
position. You know,
Yeah.
they're kind of both slots.
Yeah,
But
slot guys.
obviously, Cooper's going to get the priority. You know what I mean? He's the All-Pro.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
100%.
but yeah, man. I still think the Rams are going to be in the playoffs. I still think that they're
I'm
still
less.
a solid team.
No, they're still a
I
good
do.
team. They're a good offense. Their defense is questionable.
I agree with that. But still, I just think they lost to the better team today. It doesn't
Oh,
really
yeah,
tell me
for
a
sure.
whole lot about the Rams. Yeah, but yeah, good one for the Eagles, 5-0.
Still didn't play their best ball, and they're
Still
still
haven't
beating
played their
teams,
best ball.
man.
One of only 2 undefeated teams left. So
Yeah, we'll get to the other team. That team is
Yeah.
looking spooky.
let's
But,
move on. Let's move on to, yeah, I knew you were going to like this one.
I love this game.
Jets and the Broncos, and yeah, man, this was kind of rock bottom for Denver. Coming up,
Russell
after
Wilson
the
looked
Dolphins
bad
won.
again. I don't want to say again because he looked good this year, but overall,
he's looked solid so far. But yeah, today,
Yeah. Today he looked bad.
on Sunday,
And
he was bad.
people want to look at his stats, and his stats. When you look at the stats, yeah, he looks fine. But when you watch the game, bro, he had 68 passing yards going into the fourth. The defense
Yeah.
completely shut down the Broncos. And
this Jets
Chomp,
defense is
dude, they're special. They're special.
they're very good. Brees Hall, he's 100%.
He's special. He is a special player,
He
man.
doesn't look like he's lost a step at all, man. And
He-
yeah, Zach Wilson. I mean, he wasn't great. He
But
played better.
he did enough
obviously,
to
than what
win.
he's had the
Yeah.
few weeks before this. But yeah, I mean, he did just enough. And yeah, man, the Broncos, they moved down to 1-4 now.
Yeah, and then they got the Chiefs coming up Thursday. So
Oh man, yeah.
low key, I kind of wouldn't be shocked if this is the game they win, against the Chiefs. Everyone's counting them
If
out.
they beat the Chiefs, I'd be shocked. If they beat the
I
Chiefs, I'd
wouldn't
shocked.
I would be shocked, but I wouldn't be like, oh my, I don't know.
They
I
can't
could
stop
see
anybody.
I could see it happening.
They can't stop anything. Bro, I'm sorry. Zach Wilson put up 31 points. I'm sorry.
Well, not Zach Wilson. The defense had a lot. They had a touchdown too, and
I
defense
can't-
got some turnovers.
I just feel like Mahomes gonna shred these guys.
No, yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
just don't think they're gonna be able to keep up. And
But
Sean
hey,
Payton
Thursday
was
night
just
football,
about-
a lot of crazy shit happens on Thursday night, man.
That's true. But Sean Payton, he looked just about done with Russell Wilson after this game.
It's crazy because I used to like beating up on Russ because he's a cornball, but this year he hasn't been terrible. I just think the team isn't good. Their defense regrets badly.
Yeah,
Really
they fell off a
badly.
cliff. They fell off. a
Passer
cliff.
10 is the only thing worth a damn on that defense, and I guess Justin Simmons. But to be honest, I'll be lying if I said I watched too much of the defense, in general. If I watched him, from the defense in general. But no, yeah, I think I think they might tank, bro. Like,
Hey, this is the year to do it. Like I said, there's
it's
already
crazy though because
reports.
I don't. His Russell's contract hasn't even kicked in, bro. Like
Yeah, that's the
his
thing. Like
extension.
they're gonna have to drop him on somebody and attach a pick to it. That's what this is gonna end up
Who's
turning
trading
into.
for him though? Like,
A dog shit team that has a cap space and wants an extra first round pick. We've seen it before. I think it'll happen. I want to say he's only got I think he's got next year and the year after when it comes to guaranteed money, which is it's a lot.
Patriots,
But
man.
still,
No.
oh my god,
uh,
I'm
he's
done.
not
I'm
even.
done being I'm done
He's
being a
not.
Patriots fan if that
He's
happens.
not even that. He's not even washed. He's just not. He's not special anymore. He's not a top five quarterback anymore,
No,
like at
not even
all.
close.
But he looked bad versus for the majority of this game. Jets defense looked good, but I don't know. I just like watching Sean Payton fail. Honestly, this guy
You're such
was
a
fucking crying to get out of New Orleans. He thought the grass was greener on the other side. Nah, bro. This is his fault though, because in New Orleans he didn't want to dress receivers. He thought he could outsmart the room, and then now he's just stuck with the bad team. And it's his fault.
he just didn't want to do without Breeze, man. He didn't want to.
And respect Breeze, man. He's a goat, legend.
Great father.
You're
I
a
agree.
piece of shit. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway,
But now
uh,
Broncos. There are some reports coming out of this game that they're starting to listen to offers on pretty much
yeah.
the whole roster. So PS2, Justin Simmons, Judy, Cortland Sutton, guys like
PS2
that.
is interesting for like a contender like the Cowboys. But you're gonna have to give up a first, half minimum.
I think you're gonna have to give him 2 firsts. He's on a
Yeah,
rookie
oh
deal.
yeah, for sure. Like he's an elite
Yeah.
corner. Like Jalen Ramsey went for like 2 firsts, I think, and at this point, passer 10 is better than what Jalen Ramsey was at that point when he got traded.
Arguably is.
Because people were saying Ramsey was like on the decline before when he got traded.
Were they? I don't know.
Yeah,
I still think
people were like,
still saying, what you're talking about when he got traded from the Rams or when he got traded
yeah,
from Jacksonville?
no, from Jacksonville to the Rams. People were like, people they weren't saying he was washed because he's old. They were just like, oh, he hasn't played like the elite corner. Like he hasn't played like the best corner he used to play as.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that was just like a lot of talk. I still think
Yeah.
looked at Ramsey as the best.
Right now people look at Ramsey as kind of washed.
Well, he hasn't played. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
No, I'm
thing.
saying last year he was getting cooked.
A little bit, but I don't know. I still feel.
Chris
feel
Olave
really
cooked his ass.
confident
I remember
in
that.
him.
Andy Dalton, baby.
Olave is nice. Like we didn't even
Yeah,
talk about
damn
him.
right.
I mean, he should have had a second touchdown. 'Cause he didn't come down with it. Like he came out, but it like popped out. That should have been another touchdown for him. So.
I could see if they would call it a touchdown, I wasn't going to argue, but I see why they called it a drop.
Yeah, based off their rule, that's not a catch. It's a stupid rule, but yeah.
The rules are confusing, honestly. But anyway,
Very confusing. Yeah,
I don't have much to add. It was cool to see the Jets win. Zach Wilson, he didn't look bad. He didn't look great. He didn't look good. He didn't look good.
He had a bad pick at the end, a really bad pick.
But, but I mean, I can't
he
even
did
say the
just-
Broncos defense is good because they're not. So like,
awful.
Zach Wilson's Sunday night game might have been a fluke, sadly.
One positive for the Broncos, though, those throwbacks are clean. With the white helmets, I'll give them that.
They're all right.
Uniforms.
I'm a hater, though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
I feel like with some white pants, they would have looked better. Like orange, white pants, orange socks, you know.
Okay, I feel you.
The white helmets are pretty cool, though. I mean, they're pretty cool.
Those are clean. Let's move on to Chiefs and Vikings.
Oh, man.
And,
This was devastating for me. Watching my guy, Jefferson, get hurt, man. But,
yeah, he's going to be
I don't know
out.
this game.
I think they put him on IR, so he's going to be
Yeah,
out for 4 weeks.
they did, man. My fantasy team's cooked. It's unfortunate. Get well soon, Jettis. Love you, man.
Future
But
battle.
nah,
I'm telling you,
the
it's gonna
Chiefs,
happen.
they won. I mean, I felt like it was a close game, but I never really had a doubt that the Chiefs were going to win. I just felt like at this point, we all know the Vikings aren't a good team anymore. Like, I don't know. I just felt like their magic's ran out, man.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, like you live off those one-score games,
You're gonna regress, yeah.
And it swung back in a big way. There was a scary moment for Chiefs fans earlier in the game. It kind of
when Kelsey
suffered. But then when you look closely, he just twisted his ankle.
Yeah.
First, I thought it was like an Achilles.
I thought it was his Achilles. I thought he was done.
Yeah. So I was like, and I thought everyone's gonna like, oh fuck, they're gonna blame Taylor Swift for this.
They're like,
Like it's
Bad
gonna become this
karma,
whole
yeah.
saga, just like Romo and Jessica Simpson, like all that shit. So,
Nah, see, I'm not that old to remember that. Sorry, bro.
oh, I remember that. That was the original Taylor Swift. Was Jessica
Was
Simpson?
it? Oh
Because
man.
Romo
Hey,
would
Taylor.
throw a pick,
I'll
and
say
then
Romo
and like,
used to date baddies though. I remember
oh
like
yeah,
looking at that. He
Carrie
would.
Underwood and Jessica Simpson. Yeah,
Yeah,
he had some good ones, but
he had some good ones. It's
yeah,
crazy.
she was like the original one. Like Romo would play like shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, Jessica sucked all the energy out
Yeah.
of him last night." Like
Oh
that's what they would
man.
say. But
That's
but yeah, Kelsey.
energy's fucking crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
people are
Uh,
heartless, bro.
yeah.
But yeah, Kelsey came back in the game. He got the game-sealing
He had a
touchdown
touchdown. Yeah.
put them up. Pretty much sealed the game. Vikings couldn't really move the ball after Jefferson went down, unfortunately.
I mean, he didn't even have a big game either, though. Like when you look
Yeah,
at the stat, but like they
but
were like
still,
focused on stopping him. Just he
that's
has
what I'm
that aura,
saying.
man. He has that his aura, his
yeah,
gravity.
that's what I'm saying. His gravity forces other guys to get open. Now, without him,
Like Jordan Addison,
they need Addison to step up now.
Oh yeah,
these
for
next
sure.
couple of weeks, and I think he can do it. Obviously, not to the level of Jefferson.
No, yeah, he's a good receiver though. He's had
he's
had a
good.
touchdown I think he had like 3 touchdowns this year.
Something
I want
like
to
that.
say.
Yeah. But yeah, not much to add. The Vikings moved
Yeah,
down.
Vikings they might have to just try to. We're saying tank for Caleb for like every other team that's bad, but if they get Caleb, bro, him and Jefferson,
all these one-win teams should be on tank watch. Like
I think the Vikings, they have Jefferson, they have Addison. If they could get Caleb and they could get like a running back, bro, that's a fun offense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't bring up Madison. He's been awful. Like I was a believer in Madison.
I wasn't.
I just as like because when he's came in and like spelled Dalvin Cook these past years, he's looked good.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of backup running backs could look good in like their spots. Like you remember Toby Gerhart, bro, with the Jaguars.
Yes, he was on the Vikings at first.
No, yeah, and then he went on the Jaguars. He went to the Jaguars. I was like 12 years old. I'm like, bro, this guy's gonna be great, and he was fucking mid, bro.
I love Toby Gerhart at Stanford, bro. I wanted him to.
I love watching him with the Vikings. Was it the Vikings, right? Or
yeah,
he was backup for AP. Yeah. I remember. I was a believer.
A guy that kind of was like a backup and then left and then kind of did his own thing. That was really good. I don't know if you remember Michael Turner. He was LT's
for the Falcons.
Backup.
Yeah.
He was LT's backup with the Chargers, and then he left.
He was fucking mid on the Falcons.
No, bro, he was like third in rushing his first year on the Falcons.
I remember him being washed though. Like so, I don't know. You gotta remember, I'm younger than you.
He had a couple really good years with the Falcons, so that was like kind of an example of a guy.
I remember like the latter part of his career where Falcons fans hated him.
Well, maybe at that point he was done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't remember the early years.
I'm saying like 2008, 9, 10.
Yeah, see, I wasn't locked in like that, bro. I was 8 years old.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
You were like 20, so like we're. I'm just playing. Oh, my bad. My fault.
No, you're good. I am getting old though. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, you're old. You're an old man. Old fart.
I'm old head, bro.
I'll be back. Oh shit! My bad. You could see.
I couldn't even see you.
I was like, no, I saw. I'll be back. I was getting something, but okay. No, that's funny. I haven't even. I just got. Like I said, I got home from my haircut, showered, and then I hopped on here. So my bed's not even made or nothing. I don't make it ever. I'm not gonna lie. But
me either, bro. I don't know if you can see mine. It's like right next to me.
No, I can't.
So, man. Yeah. Let's move on to the second biggest beatdown of the week.
I was not expecting this, but you called it. You said I wouldn't be shocked if the Niners smoke them, and I was like, I thought you were crazy.
Yeah, man. It's just the way Dak plays in these games.
He sucks, bro.
He never rises to the occasion.
Never.
Okay? And it's no disrespect to him. Obviously, Dak Prescott, since he stepped into the league, to be a top 10 quarterback. But
borderline, yeah.
You really see the talent
his flaws
between these two teams. Yes, and his flaws are front and center whenever he faces.
You know what I think it was, too?
What?
The coaching advantage.
Oh, 100%.
Because, like, the Cowboys have a good roster, bro. They still have a good roster. The Niners' roster is better, granted. But if you have a good coach on the Cowboys, there's no shot you're losing fucking 42-10. Like,
yeah, to me, the Cowboys should have made Kellen Moore the coach. He's been there for a long time. I think they should have gave him a shot. but they wanted Mike McCarthy for whatever reason, who's an outdated coach who basically got carried to a Super Bowl by Aaron Rodgers. So I didn't understand it from that the second they did it, and I don't understand it the more time goes by.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just not that good of a coach. He's not a championship coach, despite what people want to say he did 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just get him out of there.
And I think because it ended ugly too, he doesn't get like the credit for the Super Bowl because like Sean Payton won the Super Bowl in '09, like but he's been in deep playoff runs. He's had good runs in the playoffs, so people respect his like coaching. Mike McCarthy hasn't like it ended ugly with Rodgers, and then when they got into LaFleur, the Packers are right back in the NFC Championship games. So yeah, Mike McCarthy, and then he took a year off. He came back. And they're a good regular season team, but they don't rise to these, like you said, they don't rise to the occasion. In the playoffs or in the big games, they just fold, bro. They lay down and like they just take it, bro. Yeah. Brock Purdy though, he looked good, man. Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I think people gotta start acknowledging Brock Purdy.
He's a good quarterback.
He's in
the best situation. He has a perfect situation, but you still got to execute the plays.
Exactly. We never seen Jimmy G look this good.
No, we haven't.
Not once. Okay.
Never.
So clearly, he's better than that, and everyone was sucking Jimmy off, acting like he was a top guy.
See, like me, I hated Jimmy because I didn't see it with Brock Purdy. Like, yeah, he has a better team, but you see it. You see the throws. You see he has aura, bro. He has aura.
Mr. Relevant, bro. I mean, that's
Mr. Irrelevant is relevant, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean,
do you think the Cowboys should still be like respected as a top 3 team, or do you have like the Lions, or do you have anyone else above them? Because I think it's pretty clear 49ers, Eagles, those are two. They're on a collision course, but like who's
Cowboys is still number 3. To me, like I would take them over the Lions. I would. I still think that the Cowboys, if they were to face Lions in a potential matchup, could exploit that defense. I really do. But when it comes to the top of the top, they're just not there. It's a big gap between the top 2 teams and everyone else. So,
honestly, if they beat the Eagles, does that change your perspective a little bit?
It would, but I don't see it happening.
I could see them beating the Eagles. I could see them beating them. I think this was a game where Dak was like he was so hell bent on like proving the media like he was like, oh, thanks for reminding me, like he was trying to prove a point, and it kind of like distracted him from the overall goal, like beat the Niners this week. Don't worry about the past, So I kind of think like that was a distraction a little bit, and once the game got out of reach, you saw he was like that one pick, like was it the first pick where he threw it deep and it got picked off by the safety?
Yeah.
To Cooks, he was trying to throw it at Cooks, and then after that, I just felt like it was kind of downhill from there. Like he had a pass that got tipped and then got picked by Warner, and then he had a pass where he just threw it. He didn't even look at the corner. Was it the linebacker? He just threw it right at him.
The second pick was really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. Well, the Niners, like we didn't even talk about this enough because I know Fred Warner gets his flowers. Dre Greenlaw as well.
He's good. He's
no joke. I think they got the best linebacker duo in the league, man.
Hey, they're no DeMario Davis and Pete Warner, but they're good.
Come on, Pete Warner.
Hey, Pete Warner. Like he had his first pick though. You gotta admit he's good. He's a good player.
I'll give him. He's a good player.
He's not up there. I'm trolling, but he's a good player.
I think I'm saying Fred, to me, by far the best linebacker in the league. And
I say DeMario's like top 3.
Greenlaw's no joke. I think he's a top 10 guy as well.
Oh yeah,
He's no joke.
When he's healthy, yeah.
Ever since he came in, because I remember his first year was the year they made the Super Bowl with Jimmy. He was making plays then too. Like I remember he had that pick he had on the goal line against Seattle.
Didn't they have like Quan too? Quan Alexander, I think, was on that team.
They had a whole different team.
They always have good linebackers.
That was Bosa's rookie year. They had fucking D Ford. They had DeForest Buckner. They had they still have what's his name? It's the guy they still have now, the interior rusher.
Armstead? Eric Armstead?
Oh, yeah, they still had Armstead. So,
dude, they're so stacked, bro. Like, they lost a lot of those players, and they're still fucking stacked.
Yeah, there's restocking.
Didn't they just get Randy Gregory, bro? Like, for for pass rushing, bro. Like
for nothing, yeah. They're just going to bring him in on third downs and let him and Bosa read havoc. Like, that's what they're going to do, bro. And it's scary for the rest of the league. And I have a question for you.
Though, because we're kind of like glazing the Niners, which, I mean, no, they're a great team, obviously. But do you think they're peaking too early?
I don't think that they're peaking. I think they're just this good. Like
Yeah,
honestly,
I
to me, they're the
no,
best team in the league by a good margin right now.
I think they're the
You,
best team in the league. But if they were to play the Chiefs or like, fuck, I guess the Chiefs is the only team I could think of. I still would respect Mahomes enough to like give them a slight advantage, but I don't know because they don't have a receiver one. Like the fucking Niners have Ayuk and Debo. They have Kittle. They have McCaffrey. Elijah Mitchell's good off the bench, bro. He's not even like
exactly.
top four, like, in their weapons and their defense, bro. Like their defense is amazing. So I don't know, man. I think the Niners are the best. I think right now them and Philly have to be the favorites, but the Niners have been better overall. Like they've been playing better ball, so they should be the Super Bowl favorites right now, as we stand.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I think that Eagles game against the Niners in a few weeks.
That's gonna
That's
be
game of the
special.
year.
Yeah,
That's gonna be the one that determines a lot for a lot of people.
yeah.
So,
That might be
but
like
yeah,
seeding determination.
very well could be. That could be for the number one seed. Um, so yeah, man. I just think right now the Niners are just on a different level. Brock
Yeah,
Purdy's
they're
playing at an MVP level. Not saying he's gonna win MVP, but like look at his numbers.
no, he's amazing.
He's got like 15 touchdowns and like 2 picks, something like that, something
He's
crazy.
he's he's been great, man.
So I mean, yeah, man, you got to give it to him. But yeah, enough with that. Let's move on to
This
the
fucking
last game,
snooze
Monday
fest.
Night
My
Football.
goodness.
Yeah, it was definitely a snooze fest for you because you slept through it.
I literally fell asleep, bro. Oh man.
But yeah, Packers and the Raiders. Yeah,
The ending was
it
interesting
was a
though.
snooze
I
fest.
missed a good ending.
This was bad quarterback play on both sides.
Yeah, man. This was
That was so
definition
bad.
of mid QBs, bro. Jimmy Garoppolo, mid as hell. You know Devontae Adams hates that dude, bro. Like at least Derek Carr would fucking force him the ball, dude. Like, come on.
That last pick that he threw, like if you watch Adams on the play, he just he just
Yeah.
walked straight to the sideline. He would just
He's
like,
sick of
man,
that
I
shit,
can't
bro.
believe this. I know he wants to get traded. I know for a fact.
It's his fault though, because he wanted to go there to play with Derek Carr, and I guess he should have
wanted
known.
money. He wanted money. The Raiders were
No,
paying.
he wanted to play with Derek Carr, and he wanted to be closer to home because the
That's
Packers
true.
offered him more money.
Yeah, but
He just didn't want to play with
I
in Green Bay anymore, and he didn't know if Rodgers was gonna retire. Like that
the
shit was
Raiders are
tiring
the
him out.
Raiders are low key fortunate that Rodgers got hurt because he'd be trying to force his way to the Jets right now.
Yeah,
If Rodgers was doing his thing. So, but I still think personally, I'd trade him. This team's going nowhere at all.
yeah.
I understand they won, but they didn't look good in doing it. Josh McDaniels, another questionable decision. At
Not
the
a good
end.
coach. Yeah,
Kick
the
that
field goal.
It's
Yeah,
just like, bro, what the hell? I just don't understand, like, game management situations. He seems to have a bad one every single week. Like, it's just like clockwork with him. It's
yeah.
unfortunate because he's going to be back in New England next year, based off of this.
I think if Belichick's gone, I don't think they'll bring him back. They'd be smart to
I
not
don't.
bring him
That's
back.
the thing. I don't think Belichick's going to be gone. So that's why I think.
I think
McDaniel's
he's.
gone.
I think
And
he
they
might be
act
done.
like he's the savior. But I don't know.
What are your
is
thoughts
what
on
it
Jordan
is.
Love? Because we both had the Packers winning. I think we had more faith in their roster and adding Jordan Love over Garoppolo. What are your thoughts on him? Me personally, I'm out on him as a good quarterback. I think he's gonna be mid at best. I don't see it. Like you said, I was hating, but like versus the Saints, he was fucking awful for three and a half quarters, and then he got
He
some
made a good comeback
DPIs.
at the end, though. I like
But
that.
he made some DP, like those DPIs gave him momentum. Like the Saints lost
Yes.
momentum, and I feel like momentum is underrated because people are like, oh, it's not real. It's real.
No,
It's for sure
it's
real.
100% real.
It's real.
Especially
100%.
as a fan, you could feel it.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh
But
fuck, we're gonna lose this
here we
game.
go.
And then when
Yeah,
you win those games, you're like, oh my god, we got lucky. But like
yeah. So
he played Thursday night. He had the extra day from Sunday to Monday, and he still like just doesn't look sharp, man.
yeah, this was his worst game to me. Especially that first pick to Robert Spillane, it was right to him. Like
Yeah,
he
he didn't
not
even see him.
So yeah, he's got to clean that up. I like what I've seen from him for the most part this season.
I don't
Especially
see it.
plays he's made at the end of games. I think that's a very underrated aspect. If your quarterback can step up in big moments and make plays, I think that says a lot about their resiliency and all that shit. So I believe he'll be fine. I'm not saying, oh my god, he's going to be this elite guy. guy.
No, yeah, I get what you're
But
saying. You think he's gonna be a mid
I think
quarterback?
he could be like a top 10 guy. I really do.
I'm
He's
100% on top 10, bro.
I
Top 10
really
is
do,
crazy, bro.
bro.
I could
Bro,
name
this
10
here's the thing,
that I'm
bro.
taking
No, I'm saying
easily.
not right now, obviously, but I'm saying in the future. This is his first year starting. Like you got to
Yeah,
remember
but he's
that,
been in the
okay?
league 4 years, bro.
Doesn't matter. He hasn't played.
It,
He's
bro,
got
but like,
the only way to get better is to play. That's just the truth. All right,
yeah,
like
but if
not
he
everyone
had
could be
that special,
Mahomes, and then sit here and then come in and be MVP. Like not everyone's like that.
yeah, that's true. But like, even then, like Mahomes, when he was a rookie, people were talking about Mahomes. They're like, oh, like in training camp, they're
No,
like,
they
oh,
were.
he's special. He has you saw it flashes. Like no one talks about Jordan Love, bro, and it's been 3 years, and then his play has been uninspiring to me. I just don't see it. I mean, he might be good. Like, I could be wrong. I mean, obviously, like I'm a casual fan. I watch the games. Sometimes I go back rewatch games, but like I don't know. I don't see it, man. Like his accuracy's spotty. Sometimes he has poor footwork. He misses a lot of layup throws. He has good arm. He has good talent, like arm talent, but like we've said before, arm talent is only going to get you so far.
Exactly.
You
You
got to
got to
be
be able to
good.
read the field. Obviously, he's had some struggles in that, but I still have some confidence for him in the future.
Yeah, I mean, you give him
And
the year and you hope he builds on it, and then I mean, you don't
yeah,
have many
they picked up
options.
his
You're not.
fifth. They picked up his fifth year too for next year, so he's
No,
going to be there next year.
they give him an extension. They didn't give him the fifth.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
They,
like
they they did like
2
a
year.
weird thing. They didn't want to pay him. Like I don't know, it was weird. But they declined the fifth and they gave like a 1 year extension. It was weird, but yeah.
So
But
it's
he's still under
it's
contract.
based like
Yeah,
a
he's still
fifth
under.
year.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Jair Alexander after the game, low key kind of called out the offense. He's like,
What did he
"Oh yeah,
say?
us as the defense." He basically said like, "Oh, we're gonna have to play better because the offense it's still really young."
I don't know. I kind of
you
don't
know,
like Jair, bro. Like, he's a good player. He's kind of a
but
cornball to me.
he
But
kind of low key called out the offense, basically like, "Yeah, we can't rely on them." Like he basically said, "We're gonna have to score points on defense
yeah,
if we want to win games." So I kind of didn't like that from Jair, but I can understand it. He's frustrated, but yeah, man. The Packers, to me, they're a mid team. They're gonna win like 9 games
yeah.
at
Eight.
best.
I think they're like an 8-win team.
Yeah, I still think they'll fight for a wild card spot,
Yeah,
but
the
that's
NFC's
about
weak
it.
though.
And
That's
then
why.
probably get smoked in the first round. Like that's kind
I
of what
think
I
if we
see the
played them
season
again,
being.
bro, we'd smoke them.
You were smoking them, and then Carr
Yeah,
went out. So
that
I
was the
mean,
momentum. Like the offense
yeah,
didn't move the ball, and the defense got gassed, and I
yeah,
don't know.
exactly. And
That's
they were at
excuses.
home. The crowd got behind them and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, man. But that's it.
yeah.
We went through all of them, man.
And the
I mean,
teams on bye were Chargers, Bucks, Seattle, and Cleveland.
yes, sir. Let's see. Let's go over some games we're maybe looking forward to next week. Shit.
Uh, for me, just off the top of my head, Bengals, Seattle. That should be interesting.
That one caught my eye.
I think the Niners, Browns. That's going to be really interesting.
I don't think it's gonna be. I really don't.
I don't know. I think the Browns defense is really good, bro.
I understand. I don't know, man. I don't trust Deshaun,
Yeah, I
especially.
don't trust that pervert either. But I mean, that
Well,
roster's
not
stacked.
I'm not. I mean, not even just off the field. On the field, I don't trust them. So
Nah, I get what you're saying.
even though they're going to be at home, I don't think the Niners are going to put up like 40 points again. But I think they're going to put up high 20s and win this game handily.
Yeah, I don't
So
believe in Stefanski either. I know you believe in him more than me. I think.
I like Stefanski. I think Stefanski's a good coach. Yeah, man. Seahawks Bengals kind of looks like low
That's gonna be
key,
interesting.
maybe the best game. Cowboys and Chargers could be interesting too on Monday night next week.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah, that's
I
another
don't. I think the Cowboys should win just because they got embarrassed, but I really like Herbert, so I kind of want Herbert to win. That's my guy. That's my third team,
Listen,
Chargers. Shout out Herbert.
they got Giants and Bills on Sunday Night Football.
That's gonna be a fucking disaster,
The
dude.
NFL
My
thought that was going
goodness.
to be a good game. They're like,
I,
oh, two
I didn't think
playoff
that'd be a
teams.
good game, bro. Even last year, I would have said that shit's
They put
bad.
that shit on Sunday night thinking it was going to be something.
I hate when they put like overachieving teams versus the big dogs the next year. It's like, bro, like you're setting
Yeah.
them up for failure.
Yeah, man, not a lot of, not going to lie, it's kind of a weak slate next week. Not a
Go
lot of
over the
these
games.
are interesting.
Just list some of them.
Broncos and Chiefs,
That's
Ravens and Titans,
that low key is a good rivalry, but that game doesn't move me anymore. I would be honest.
Panthers and Dolphins,
That's gonna be a fucking disaster for Carolina.
Saints, Texans.
That could be a good game, but like the casual fan isn't gonna care about it, to be honest. If we're being real.
Yeah. Commanders and Falcons. That could be kind of fun.
Eh,
I think.
eh. I feel like
Yeah, you're
I don't
not
know.
a big
I don't like watching Desmond Ritter, bro. That guy pisses me off.
I think that's just really holding you back. Colts, Jags. I mean,
That's
no
sneaky
AR.
interesting. Well, not even Richardson's not playing.
I can see either team winning, so like it could
Yeah,
be interesting in that. We already went over Seahawks and Bengals, which I think
that's gonna be a
is
good game.
probably
That's gonna be the best game so far from what you've
yeah.
listed. I think
Vikings and Bears.
that's gonna be terrible, especially no Jefferson. That's unwatchable almost.
Yeah. 49ers and Browns.
That could be a good game. I think.
I don't think it's gonna be, but
You think it's gonna be another blowout? You think San Francisco's gonna run through the league? Like I don't
I'm
know.
not saying run through the league. I'm saying they're gonna run through the Browns.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, they're gonna lose at some point. It wouldn't
Yeah.
shock me if the Browns win.
I picked them to go 15-2. So
Damn, you did have them really high. I think I had them like with 6 losses or something. I don't remember, but nah, I was for sure. I was tripping.
Patriots, Raiders.
Who?
Patriots and Raiders.
Oh, that's gonna be a fucking snooze fest.
Dog
Jesus
shit
Christ. Yeah, that's terrible.
Lions and Bucks.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, depending on how Baker plays.
Yeah, Baker comes to play then,
Cardinals and Rams.
That could be. Cardinals will probably make it competitive, but like if we're being real, Rams should win. Was that the other game that we couldn't think of? The Cardinals Rams game?
It might have been.
It might have been.
I can't remember Cardinals games.
Yeah, I
Eagles,
only remember.
Eagles and Jets though.
Yeah, Jets. Zach Wilson's gonna. Hey, you know what? The Eagles secondary hasn't looked good, but the Eagles D line's gonna fucking kill Zach Wilson. So
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, okay, even if their secondary doesn't look good, like, do you trust Zach Wilson to exploit it?
nah,
Like, I really don't. So,
yeah,
and then we already went over Giants and Bills. That should be a beatdown.
yeah. These games are kind of weak.
That's what I'm saying. It's a pretty weak slate that's coming up this week. 6. And then Cowboys and Chargers on Monday night. That's probably the overall best game, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Let's see.
You want? Yeah,
Week next week.
we could do the predictions tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow, just like normal. Thursday night pregame and subtopics. We'll come up with.
Yeah, well, we'll come up with something.
Yeah. And then,
You see, fuck, I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say if you say anything with the wrestling, but I didn't even keep up with. I haven't been keeping up with wrestling.
Okay, so on Raw and like all of the pay-per-views, like what you call it, Fastlane that just happened, they're doing CM Punk like teases.
Oh yeah, I saw that Corey
Yeah.
Graves said is the greatest lie the devil was it something
The
about the
greatest
devil.
lie the devil told
Devil-
was to make
devil
you think
ever
he didn't-
told-
that
Yeah.
make you think he didn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bar. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's
so
tough.
they're quoting old CM Punk quotes.
No, yeah,
and then
from like
on
Ring of
Raw-
Honor, right?
Yeah, and then on Raw, Shinsuke Nakamura, he's feuding with Ricochet now. He gave GTS to Ricochet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's happening. He's.
You think he's coming back?
He's
That'd
coming
be
back.
lit.
100%. He's coming back.
Man, my goat, man. I was so happy when he came back to AEW. It's unfortunate how it ended.
It is. But also in other news, like when it comes to wrestling tonight, it's a Tuesday night episode of Dynamite, and they stacked the hell out of the show, and NXT stacked the hell out of their show.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They got like John Cena and the Undertaker
John Cena,
making
Cody
fucking appearances,
Rhodes.
bro. They're so
Yeah.
shameless, bro.
Yeah,
They're
I
so
think
shameless.
The first 30 minutes are commercial free. Like they're doing everything, man.
It's funny because they claim they don't see AEW as a competition,
They
but
do.
they
They
clearly do. They
want
clearly
to crush
care.
them, and I think they're gonna win the ratings this week. because,
Yeah.
First of all, AEW doesn't normally come on Tuesdays; it comes on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, right? It's on Wednesday.
Yeah, and fuck the Undertaker. Like, come on, bro. Everyone's
That's
gonna
so
watch it.
fucking OD, bro.
I'm gonna have it on both screens. I'm gonna have it on both screens. Like I'm probably gonna have NXT on my iPad. I'm gonna have AEW on my big TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna be watching both at the same time. I'm excited. I love competition. I love companies booking shit to beat each other. It just makes for better wrestling. And I know, especially on Twitter, with the way people are, they're acting like you can only like one.
Yeah, and I hate that shit. It's
I
like,
hate
bro,
that shit.
you
It's
could.
so corny. It's so annoying.
Like, if you genuinely like one brand more than the other, cool, but you don't got to shit on the other brand. just to shit
exactly,
on him, just to
and
pick a
that's all they
side.
do, bro. They give
Yeah.
AEW no credit. That's
Me
why I don't like
personally, I don't really watch. I just watch like the rest WWE pay-per-views, like the PLEs or whatever.
it. Yeah,
But like I don't care. Like if AEW is doing great, I'm gonna go, oh fuck AEW. You know, like that's so lame.
yeah,
But
yeah. It's super lame. But Fastlane, I'll just go over that a little bit. It was a solid show.
I
It
didn't
wasn't
watch it. I heard it
amazing.
was good though. I heard it was pretty good.
John Cena, LA Knight, they won. They
But
beat.
I heard from Solid Monster. I don't know if you know who that is. Solid
I
Monster
think I've heard of
SoundCloud.
him. Yeah, he's
He's
like a
one of
wrestling
the
guy.
he's one of the bigger like WWE podcasters that I know of. I don't know.
Uh huh.
He said like basically it was John Cena getting his ass beat just to get the hot tag
The
with
entire
LA Knight,
match.
and then LA
Yeah.
Knight getting the win to get the rub. So
John Cena was in that match the majority of the time. He got his ass whooped.
I love John Cena, but I hate when he does that shit where he's just getting his ass beat just to make the comeback. It's like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah. Rumors are it's going to be John Cena and Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel in
I
Saudi
thought it was
Arabia.
AJ. Doesn't be AJ.
It looks like they changed plans. It looks like it's going to be John Cena.
Damn. I feel like John
Which makes
Cena's just getting his
sense.
ass beat by Roman every other
Yeah,
couple years.
pretty much. Yeah.
I think it's to
So
give
yeah,
like because they call John Cena the GOAT, so I think they want to give Roman that like, oh, he's the GOAT, he beat the GOAT, that
yeah. He
shit.
already beat him. He beat him at SummerSlam
Yeah, that's what I'm
2017.
saying though. Like it's
So
kind of
it's
played
like
out.
he
Like
doesn't
yeah,
really need to do it again. But
yeah.
I think they just wanted to have two big stars in one match.
Who's your who? All right, this is off topic, random. Who's your Mount Rushmore for wrestling? Your personal like they don't have to be
Oh,
the best. Yeah, who's your personal top four?
to me, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, and dude, I'm gonna say Dan O'Brien. Brian
This guy.
Danielson. Like, I'm sorry,
Nah,
listen.
no,
Man,
that's no. I'm just
listen.
playing. That's
I'm
that's your
saying
four. Like
he
that's your
connects
that's your.
with every. He could do anything. He could be a heel. He could be a face. He
I
connects
feel
with
like
the
he's a
crowd no matter
much better
what,
face.
and he puts up bangers. Like you could
Yeah,
argue, he's the greatest in-ring wrestler of all time. To
yeah.
me, if you're just talking about star power, like I know, like if you're talking about just pure money made, it's
No,
John
I'm talking
Cena.
about your
Yeah,
favorite four. So like
yeah,
I get
that's
it.
my favorite. Like I grew up watching Austin and The Rock, and I
Yeah,
grew
I
up
did.
watching The
I'm not
Undertaker.
100. Sorry.
So, hey man, you missed out on some good shit.
Nah, no, I did.
Yeah,
My Mount Rushmore, my personal four is obviously Cena. That was my goat.
okay.
Jeff Hardy, my other
I
goat.
love Jeff Hardy. Huge Jeff
Undertaker,
Hardy.
my other goat, and then CM Punk. So like
Okay.
here's why. For me, I got into wrestling in like '08, so like PG era. Jeff Hardy was the most over wrestler on SmackDown. He was
Yeah,
beating. I
I was
remember
about to
looking
say
back.
that was
He was
peak. That
beating
was
Cena
peak
and
Jeff
Merge.
Hardy.
Yeah, he was beating Cena and
Yeah,
Merge, bro. In '09, they gave him the title and then fucking dropped it for a month. But whatever. And then obviously Cena, he was the face of Raw, face of the company for like fucking however long from '08, from when I watched to like 16 or 15 before he went
pretty
part
much.
time. And then Undertaker, I always loved like WrestleMania the Streak. That shit was amazing. Like every year I was tuned in to watch the Streak. And then when he lost, I kind of like stopped watching. Right before he lost the streak, he lost. Not right before he lost the streak, I kind of stopped watching wrestling like in general. So like when I tuned in to WrestleMania, I was like, what the fuck, dude? He lost. Like it was all over Twitter. And then
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that shit live. That was.
oh, you saw it live? You were there?
No, I wasn't there. I'm
Oh,
talking
like
about.
you watched
I
it on
wish.
TV? Yeah,
No,
okay,
I
yeah.
wish. No,
That
I
would have
was
been fun.
watching it.
Now, I know
Yeah,
a lot of people were like, you could hear a fucking pen drop. That's how silent. Like the whole crowd was shook,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Because at that point, I think people kind of accepted the fact
Yeah, we
that
kind of like, oh, he's never
he's never
losing.
gonna lose. He's never
Yeah,
gonna
and
lose.
then
Like it was kind of just like
you know what
accepted by
pisses
the
me
fans.
off though? It pisses me
It was,
off that
yeah,
that he lost to Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar fucking lost the year before to Triple H at WrestleMania. That shit just doesn't sit right with me, man.
yeah. They pushed Brock to a whole nother level after that Undertaker
After that,
shit.
yeah, at least they did
His,
that though.
he
Yeah,
basically became the beast incarnate like character that we see now,
yeah,
where it's just like he just suplexes everybody like
yeah.
40 times in a match.
And then CM Punk, he was my goat because like in 2011 to like 14, right before he quit, I was like, damn, bro, CM Punk's him. Like his best in the world shit. That shit was fire to me.
100%. And CM Punk, like he's up there for me too. But it's so hard.
And then
when
like,
you're
his
talking about
matches where Cena were S tier, bro. They always
100%.
put on good
The one on
matches.
Raw and the one at Money in the Bank 2011, the one at Survivor Series.
The one on Raw before like to challenge for the opportunity to face Rock. I feel like that might have been better, like just better match than the Money in the Bank one.
It's got an argument.
Other
100%.
than the
That match was
story, like the
amazing.
story and shit was like with the Money in the Bank, that shit was like peak, you know. That shit was awesome.
100%. So yeah, I'm glad CM Punk's gonna be back. I
Hopefully,
understand
hopefully. I don't
he's
want to get my
back,
hopes
bro.
up. I don't want to get my hopes up.
It's confirmed. This is exactly what they did with Cody when he was about to come back to WWE. They were doing little teases every week, and
Yeah.
like, oh my god, because like they were trying to do some storyline with Seth Rollins, like, oh, he
And
might have
then
a
and then he
WrestleMania
challenged him at
match.
Mania.
Yeah, but I remember
Yeah.
Raw ended one week and Seth Rollins like lost, and he lost the opportunity to have a WrestleMania match. And
Oh
then
shit.
Corey Graves said, "Oh, his WrestleMania dreams have been dashed, and his dreams have been turned into a
Oh,
nightmare."
that's
Yeah,
tough. That's
so they
tough.
literally did two Cody references. They did dashing Cody
Dashing
Rhodes
Cody
and
Rhodes
then
and then
nightmare Cody Rhodes,
the dream. Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
doing it with CM Punk now. They're doing it's the same thing. So
yeah.
and
And this is a Survivor Series. If they fuck up, bro, then they're fumbling, man. They're fumbling if they don't bring him
I
out.
think I think something. It seems like because they're. I think it's going to be Rollins.
Ah, bro, I just know like if he
I
comes
think it's going to
back,
be
bro, the
Rollins.
pop is gonna be fucking huge.
I think it's going to be Rollins because it seems like Corey Graves keeps bringing up these references when Seth Rollins is on the screen every time.
And then
Every time he's on the screen.
there's like they don't like each other in real life. Like
Yeah,
Seth
they
Rollins
don't.
doesn't like him.
Yeah,
And
so
it's weird because Roman Reigns doesn't like him either because he said like he made it tougher for me when we were coming up because like the Shield
yeah,
shit. Because I remember, did you ever listen? I'm sure you have the CM Punk
yeah.
podcast with Cabana when he was like
Yep.
he basically like, I invented the shit like he didn't invent like he had a
It
group
was his
faction.
idea.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
his
his
idea to give
idea.
himself a
Yeah,
faction,
he
and
didn't want Reigns in it.
yeah, he
He
wanted
wanted
that
somebody
fat
else.
dude. Oh,
Yeah,
Cassius Ohno, that fat
Cassius
ass
Ohno.
dude.
Yeah.
That dude's fat, bro.
Yeah, he got fat as fuck, but like
No,
in
he
Ring of
wasn't even
Honor,
that fat back then. And he's
in
big.
Ring of
He's
Honor, he
huge.
was good. He was like hella good,
Yeah.
but he just gained hella weight. I don't know
Yeah,
what
he
the
just
fuck
got
happened.
fat. But no, yeah, which is funny. But I think they'll do business. And then that shit he like CM Punk was doing in AEW, that shit's not gonna fly. So
No, that shit would not fly in WWE.
yeah,
So, yeah, I think this time
that'll be
around,
fun, bro. CM Punk coming back would be fun.
hopefully he gets like a WrestleMania main event. Like that's what
I
he's
doubt
wanted.
it. I doubt it.
Well, there's 2 nights of WrestleMania now,
Oh,
so
that's
he
true.
can
That's
get
true.
one on night one. He won't get the night two, but still.
Who would you want him to
Um,
face? Rollins for the title? No,
I
huh?
mean, I honestly don't believe Rollins is going to hold the title to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think Gunther's gonna win the
So,
title.
I honestly don't know, man. Like, I would love to see Kevin Owens personally. Like,
I
Kevin
would like to
Owens
see
versus
Kevin
CM
Owens
Punk.
and CM Punk like on the mic, bro. That would be fucking sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
feel
Yeah,
like
but
I feel like a lot
Owens
of
and
people.
Punk would be great. I
I
think.
feel like a lot of people on the mic, like they come off as like too scripted and like too corny. And like
Oh
it's rare when
yeah,
you got guys like Punk and like Owens, like when they talk, it feels like they're just genuinely
it's
talking like to
natural.
talk
It's
shit.
just
Yeah.
natural for them. Like no
Like cause
joke.
even Cena, he's a goat on the mic, but sometimes the shit comes off corny, you know?
But a lot of it was like them making him say
No,
shit,
yeah.
like to come off as the nice guy. See,
Yeah.
CM Punk and Kevin Owens can be assholes.
Yeah. They're
Cena
just good
can't really.
heels, bro.
Yeah,
They're
that's what I'm
good
saying.
faces, but they're amazing heels. They're
When you're
amazing
John
heels.
Cena, you can't really talk, and it went the same thing for Hulk Hogan back in the day. Eat your vitamins, say
Fuck
your
Hulk
prayers,
Hogan.
all that corny shit, right?
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
when he got to WCW, he's talking shit to the fans, like being his true authentic self. And so that's what I love about CM Punk, like especially like the promo battles like he had with MJF in AEW.
I don't watch, I'm gonna be honest.
You should check them out on YouTube. They're great.
I
Like,
saw
if you ever
saw
get
one of
if you
them
ever get a
actually
shot.
where he was like where MJF was telling a story about like how he was being bullied by like racism like because he's Jewish or whatever.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
CM Punk went out, he's like, "Is this true?" Like I remember that. I was like, "Damn, that shit was tough."
No, yeah, that was some real
Yeah,
shit.
it's tough. That was tough. That was tough.
So yeah, like I think because there isn't an MJF level talker in WWE right now, but
You don't
Owens
think?
would probably be the no. There's not.
You don't think
MJF's
Owens is on that level?
not Owens is not as good as MJF. He's not.
Damn. And I think Owens is really good.
I'm saying WWE. Listen, I know you haven't watched AEW. You haven't watched like a
No,
lot of
yeah.
MJF. I'm telling you, MJF is one of the best wrestlers in the world. If you watch his Iron Man match versus Bryan Danielson, it's one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah.
Like no joke. Like he's that good. WWE is going to be going hard after MJF, just like they went hard after Jake Cargill.
I think they said he's like pretty. Some people are speculating he's pretty much locked in by like AEW, MJF, like because they wouldn't risk like their top guy like leaving.
They wouldn't
That'd
be
be
letting him talk like this if he
yeah.
was actually going to go to jail.
Yeah, that's what I heard from Solid Monster. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what I think's
Yeah, yeah.
happening. But if I think WWE, like let's say he's not, WWE's gonna go hard after MJF, like
We
big
we
time.
for sure gotta do like some PLE reactions, bro. Like whenever we
Yeah,
like whenever a big event. For sure, I'll watch the big events. For sure, I'll watch that.
yeah.
But
So yeah,
I keep
Crown Jewel's the next one, and Roman
uh,
Reigns is
uh
gonna be at that one. So
no,
we could
yeah,
do a
yeah. We
full
could do that
stream
one
for
for
that
sure.
if you want. You
Yeah,
know, we
no,
could
yeah.
if you want, we could be on like fucking on Skype or FaceTime or whatever, and we could react to the show if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want or whatever. A lot of options, obviously,
yeah,
but
for sure.
Fastlane really wasn't worth reacting to. Like it was kind of mid. Not gonna
I heard it
lie.
was good, but I heard it was good in like in the year of great pay per views from WWE. Like
Yeah,
so,
it was better than Payback last month, but it overall wasn't amazing. Like especially like the ending with Seth and Nakamura. Like
I didn't even
Nakamura,
watch that.
he spit mist into Seth's eyes and then pushed his ass off a ladder into an announce table, and it was a last man standing match. That motherfucker got up, and then
Yeah.
and he did so much shit to Seth at the end of the match. Seth kept getting up, and then Seth gave him like a Falcon Arrow through a table, and then that was it. I was like, okay,
But I think the Falcon Arrow, that's just tough. That move is tough.
yeah, it's a good move,
That's a good move.
but yeah, I just think they weren't ready to give Shinsuke the title. I don't think Shinsuke's ever going to be a world champion.
I don't think. That's what I was telling you, man. I don't think he's gonna win the title.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to, but it would have been nice to see.
Yeah.
And whatchamacallit? They already announced it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the world title.
Isn't Drew like turning like not heel, but he's like a tweener right now. He's kind of just like doing his own shit, worried about
He's
himself.
a tweener right now, but he's going to be a full on
Yeah,
heel.
bro, he needs to bring back Broken Dreams. That theme is so tough, bro.
I think he's gonna.
I hope so. I love that theme song so much, bro.
Because that would
It's
fit
so
a
tough.
heel. That would fit a heel personality more
Yeah.
than what he's been using. So
And it's just such a good theme, bro. Such a good theme song.
Yeah, that's like one of
I make broken dreams. Bro, that's so tough. That theme is tough. Yeah, that's tough.
So yeah, man.
Nah, Drew being a heel is gonna be that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be
he needs it. He needs
yeah,
like a character
yeah.
change. Like he's gotten kind of stale like ever since he lost to Roman.
Nah, and I like the story because I saw like on Twitter they're like he's the only one who cares. Like, oh, Jey Uso's on brand. He fucking cost me the title.
He's like, fuck this guy.
He's like, fuck that. He's like, I'm worried about myself, bro. He's like, I'm worried about me. Fuck all these other guys.
Yeah, for real.
That's
for
cool.
Real.
And I feel like those are the best heels because like when they shouldn't be a heel because they make logical sense, but they're portrayed as the heel. And like I feel like that's what they're gonna do with Drew.
Yeah, and I love it. I love Drew. I'm a huge Drew guy. So
yeah.
Yeah, man,
he for sure came from fucking 3-man band to being a jobber to being a world champion. That's tough. Man. His story is dope. That's dope. No, what they did to him was foul, bro.
I was so disappointed because I loved his original character too when he did come out to Broken Dreams. I thought he could have been a world champion then.
No, yeah, even Vince was hyping him up like he's the next world champion. He's IC champion. And then they just dropped the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was just a bunch of shit. And then he came.
Shout out Jinder Mahal. That guy is fucking terrible.
Hey, former WWE champion.
He's the worst world champion I can remember. Personally,
that was kind of weird. That was like when they first signed their deal with Saudi Arabia, though, and I think they wanted to put like a.
You know what makes me mad, bro, about that shit though? People are like, "Oh, you fans want new things, and they give a new guy a world title push in the head." It's like, yeah, 'cause he's a fucking jobber. You just gave him the belt out of nowhere. He's not winning any clean match. Like, it was so random.
We don't want that. Okay,
like, we want new things that make sense and that build a story. They just legit had him. They just had him beating guys up with a steel chair, and then they had him win a world title. Like, what the fuck? Like, he went from jobber to world champ. It made no sense. It was
so random. I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe he won.
And then when AJ Styles won the belt, bro, it was such a sigh of relief from, like, everyone. Like, everyone was so happy. But it was AJ that beat him, right?
AJ beat him because Brock didn't want to work with him. Brock didn't want to work with him.
I'm not fucking playing with this jobber, dude. Yeah.
So, yeah, they had him drop the title to AJ. On SmackDown.
Shout out AJ Styles, man. That guy's a legend.
100%. Like, he just missed my Mount Rushmore because everything I said about Bryan Danielson, about AJ Styles. He's everywhere he's been world champion, and he's good as a face organ.
I think in terms of like Mount Rushmore, personal, like in terms of personal Mount Rushmore, I gave you mine already. But like in terms of like workers, for me, it's probably like Daniel Bryan, Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles, like those guys that are like considered the greatest workers. Um,
100%. Yeah,
and
yeah.
and
For
then in
me,
terms of like just star power, it's obviously Cena, Rock, Hogan, Austin. Like I think
yeah.
pretty easily,
No,
like
yeah, that's
just in terms of like
yeah. To me, like in terms of in ring, it's like it's Danielson, it's AJ, and to me Kenny Omega, and to me Will Ospreay. I know
yeah.
you probably
I
know
don't
these
watch like the
guys,
New Japan guys, so I can't
but
really speak on them. But yeah,
to me those are like the greatest in ring talents I've ever seen in my life. Like
yeah.
those guys are unbelievable. So, but yeah, man. Anything else you want to add?
No, no, man, I'm good. I'm about to go eat. I'm hungry.
I feel you, bro. Me too.
No, yeah.
But
Like I said, bro, I just got home, showered, and I'm like, I gotta get on this. I can't let him down again.
nah, you're good, man.
No,
Shit
yeah.
happens.
No, yeah. I legit like was sick as fuck Sunday, and then yesterday I just knocked out because that game. But now it was good
Yeah,
talking,
man.
man. Got some
Yeah, for
wrestling
sure.
talk in there. We gotta get some
Yeah,
NBA talk soon when the NBA
yeah.
season starts around.
Once the season starts up, we'll ramp that shit up
I
too.
got some nasty agendas I need to push.
We already know what it is. Giannis and
Giannis, baby,
fucking.
Giannis and Luca.
That's pretty much it. Giannis and Luca.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty
those are
much it.
things.
Hey, I like
Hey,
De'Aaron Fox. He's my guy, man. De'Aaron Fox. Shout out De'Aaron Fox.
hey, David would love to hear that, so that's good.
Nah, yeah, shout out David, man. That fucker doesn't want to watch the pod, but
We gotta get him. We gotta get him on here too.
we got to get him on one of these.
Sometime. All right, man. But
Nah,
yeah,
yeah.
good show.
All right, man. Good show, man. We'll
See
stay
you.
back tomorrow. Quick prediction show for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into everything.
And you got to get some of these wrestling clips up there too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll put those up
Our
there.
Mount Rushmores and shit like that.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a good
All
one.
right, man.